everybody, and welcome to the 7th episode of Dysfunctional Talks. I am once again joined by Connell,
Hi.
and then I'm joined by Jonathan
Uh,
and William.
There's no escape.
Well, honestly, just keep recording and we'll be fine.
I've been stuck here for 3 days.
he says it's a gunpoint.
I can't get
We
out.
actually haven't recorded. Well, we haven't recorded an episode in over a month. Has it been?
It's been great.
Because
Grind.
we haven't recorded since obviously episode 6. But I mean, like, we were supposed to record last week.
I mean, I was away
We were looking after our dog.
Living lives and all that.
from one
No.
dog to the others.
Yeah, that's 100% fair.
We all got that
Yeah.
dog in us, that's for
You
sure.
just really do.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, it sounds sexual. I'm gonna be honest.
No! Don't you dare sexualize that.
Whoa.
Doggy style, you know. I don't know what it's.
No!
No!
Moving on!
No. We're gonna stick on this as the whole episode. This one, we don't even talk about video games anymore. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
this is the weird sex furry episode.
No! Who needs a podcast where you can just talk 3 hours about doggy style?
I can't believe
Yeah,
this is
we all
how
like
this
it.
podcast
So we
opens.
lasted a minute and a half before we got to this.
We all like it rough. Anyway, so yeah, that's the introduction to the episode. It's only uphill from here, I think.
Yep.
Doubtful.
Moving on to our next section, random bullshit. So this is where I decide of a topic to discuss, and then we just talk about it for as long as it takes.
Like doggy
This
style.
episode, I just want to talk about exclusives. I mean, just like in general, like video game exclusives, like be that like the best Xbox 360 exclusives, the best PS3, PlayStation 1, Sega Mega Drive, anything like that. Is there any like exclusives that comes to your mind? You go, that's like you picture that exclusive for that console. That's the game. That console and that game are connected.
Halo.
Halo.
Do you think that though for all of Xbox, like every console?
Yes.
It's Halo and Gears,
Yeah,
like.
Halo and Gears.
Like
Yeah.
so, you would picture the Xbox. What's the Xbox Series X right now? You'd say that's a Halo machine. You know,
Infinite.
like because
Halo Infinite.
yeah, no, but like is that the main game on Xbox?
Was for Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Yeah, I suppose it's different with Xbox Series X now because they're dropping the exclusives. Like it was just recently announced yesterday.
Yeah.
As of recording this, Gamescom was yesterday, and it was announced that the Indiana Jones game that was Xbox exclusive is actually coming a couple 6 months later to PlayStation.
I mean, I think that's just a good thing in general.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good way to move
Exclusives
forward.
are inherent to the industry though. Like they've been in the industry for years. It's a thing, and it does sell consoles. Like obviously, like look at the sales records for The Legend of Zelda, even Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I think
The
it
Switch
hurts.
This way. Or
I think it
go on,
hurts
go on.
all. I think it hurts all developers except for like the bigger ones.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like indies sometimes do get good deals and stuff. Like obviously, but then it's about sometimes they get strong armed into contracts where they're never allowed to publish on their on console. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's just some of these that obviously I know there'd be a lot of indie developers too where like they grew up with that console, so it's like they don't mind. You know what I mean? That's what they would be playing.
But then a lot of
Yeah.
indies have like, since they a big corporation talking to them, they just say yes to whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
like,
if you're a one-man dev team and you're getting handed a shit ton of money, like at a certain point you might just say yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes
Oh, of course,
you
you'll say
could have got-
anything to get
but
what
you
you
could have
need.
got more if you would have released it. Sometimes indie devs don't realize that.
Days Gone's a good example of that.
About
What?
and we're getting handed. It's gone. Ben's studio's owned by Sony, so it's not really.
Yeah, no, but the main reason they're not doing a sequel is because it didn't sell well. It only really gets sort of played by people when it on PS Plus, and then when they were interviewed, people kept asking for a sequel. He's like, "We should have bought the game that came out then,
like,
shouldn't you?"
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
like the amount of like percentage of the income bigger corporations take of the game could just mean like you get barely anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends on the exclusive deals because they're all different. So they are.
Yeah, but most
Like,
of them are a lot.
To be fair,
Yeah,
Pirate Software's been talking about this recently. He says it's probably better to be a solo developer and just like push your game as much as possible than to get a contract.
Yeah. like you look at games like I think around 2014 was a big time for like indie developers exclusive with um publishers. Like remember the oh my god, Ori and the Blind Forest. It's an
Yeah.
indie developer, Mid
Yeah.
Studios,
Yeah.
Xbox, and it was exclusive. And you only get that on Switch. You can't get it on PS or PlayStation. I'm thinking of like a PlayStation version, like in 2014, Axiom Verge, Tom Hop, solo developer.
Shovel Knight came out that
he-
year too.
Yeah, same year. We'll talk about that game later. Uh, well, Shovel Knight actually is a good example because Shovel Knight was exclusive to the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was
No.
PC then Nintendo, right? Or was it just
Oh no, just Nintendo. You did this there. It's just Nintendo.
See, I only like.
So it would have been the
barely
3DS at that
Vaguely
point, right?
remember it releasing on
Came out on the
PC.
Wii U and the 3DS
Oh.
exclusively
Oh,
for
I
really?
a
actually
year.
I didn't know it came out in that much,
Yeah.
man.
It was exclusive for a year. That's why it had like that's why you get like Nintendo amiibos and stuff of
Oh, that must
Shovel
be
Knight,
like
'cause it-
Oh well, that makes
nobody
sense.
really
then.
heard of it then, because like obviously nobody got a Wii U.
oh it was massive. I remember.
But like a Wii
It
U
was-
game can only be so big. Nobody got a Wii U.
Yeah, but a 3DS game it was as well. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Keep
you were
going
selling
forward.
millions.
The Wii U was good. It was just the games that came out. Not
There's
not
not,
like
there really
that.
wasn't anything good about the Wii U.
Yeah,
The
and you bought
3DS
it Wind Waker, and that was it.
didn't have games.
It didn't have games or was good console.
It was a good console.
It
I think
wasn't
so.
even
Anyway.
portable. It just had a screen which had to be near the actual console.
Wait, I didn't notice it wasn't portable. Wasn't like the entire design of it.
Wii U has a console that you have to keep the pad near in order to use it.
Can't reach like it can't like most people were testing the pod and it would disconnect when you left the room.
Yeah, so it's not even portable.
Even at the doorway.
Dude.
It's just a controller
Yeah.
with a big screen on
It looking back now it was clear like not that they maybe intentionally but it was like looks like an early prototype of the Switch.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Well, I definitely learned from
like
it.
yeah, no. Alright then.
Yeah.
What's that?
What?
You said something I went, what sorry? And then you just stopped speaking.
From our point of view, you said
Yeah.
all right then, and then just went silent. What was that?
Yeah.
Because you didn't say respond to me. All I heard was silence and I went, alright then.
Nice conversation.
It'll say on the
Come on, John,
podcast.
just
it
use
says
the
that already.
conversation. Come on, you
My
can do
God.
it.
Bringing it back funny enough we bring up the Wii U. Like I said, Shovel Knight was exclusive to, but another big game that was exclusive, and I think sometimes exclusives are good. Not all the time, most of the time they're not. But we wouldn't have got Bayonetta 2 if it wasn't for Nintendo exclusively publishing it.
Yeah.
Sega admitted it. Sega like 100% they came in and gave us the money they wanted. And obviously I remember at the time that was such a weird thing. Like I considered buying a Wii U for Bayonetta 2.
No, that's
See,
how you
like-
know you're desperate.
See, the thing
Yeah,
is,
no.
it's like
Was.
Platinum and like remind me of Superchamp, where they just don't release sequels. So I would have been content either way. But you know, the new additions to the games are welcome, and like they are good games. Like, to be fair.
Yeah, like I'm a big Bayonetta fan. Still haven't played 2 or 3. I
Bayonetta
have.
fan.
I have.
I've only played one.
Yeah, but when you play one for over 1,000 hours, I think I can call myself a Bayonetta fan.
You
know
don't
what
know
I mean?
all the lore though, so
I have been at a one fan.
Which of 2 and 3? I just have not played them yet. The main reason I haven't played Bayonetta 2 and 3 on my Switch is because I have a Switch Lite. I'm kind of waiting for the Switch. Yeah, well, I got it for a very good price, but I'm kind of waiting for the
Switch 2, whatever it's going to be.
2 so I can, and hopefully it's backwards compatible, so I can play it on
They've
big
just been
screen.
hinting at it, but there's nothing, no
it's not really
confirmation.
no, but they haven't released an actual product name. I swear they were going to call it the Switch 2.
No, Nintendo always has really dumb product names and then code names for consoles, and then they release a different name.
It'll be new Switch XL. That's what they're going to call
Do you
it.
reckon they will release it like bigger?
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
It's definitely
Maybe
not
a high-
a Switch.
High
There's no
resolution
way.
screen, maybe sort of like
At
multi
the time in
controls.
2017, the Nintendo Switch was seen as a weak console. And
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
that's like
7
they've
years
also
ago.
proved that does not matter.
yeah.
Because I mean, how long
Different.
after did
I
the
mean, not really. I mean, what is it? Is it Tears of the Kingdom? It has the FPS issues because of the Switch's power.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it has FPS issues due to optimization. It's not really the power they emitted. Also, it just doesn't clearly matter to the people who buy Nintendo Switches because it's almost outpassed PlayStation 1 sales, which is over 100 million.
Oh, I
So
mean, it
it does.
doesn't matter, but like, it also as a game company, you want to have like better consoles so you can make better
Yeah, it
games.
matters at the same time. Well,
Yeah.
that console came out 7 years now. You know, I mean, it's obviously going to matter more now than it
Yeah.
did back then.
I think
That's what I was bringing up about
Nintendo.
Zelda Breath of the Wild was that I think the ratio was every two consoles that was sold, one copy of Breath of the Wild was sold at the time. That's how massive that game was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
I think just in general, I think they're too focused on the one market, which in their case obviously is the handheld market. But I mean, it's not like they bring out bad consoles. I like a lot of the games on the Switch, like Mario vs. Rabbids and Fire Emblem, for example, would be stuff
Okay.
I really loved and enjoyed.
I think their output this generation of like the Nintendo generation sort of thing is on par with the Nintendo GameCube exclusive lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Games were phenomenal. Like Fire Emblem Three Houses, Engage, Bayonetta 3, No More Heroes 3 was exclusive for a year.
I like that they're actually addressing a lot of the issues I had with Nintendo, which was so hard to play their older games.
Yeah, they've done better with the Nintendo Online. Nintendo is acting like the internet just existed.
I know, it's really weird
Yeah.
seeing them like, oh wow, we have brand new features, like you can have voice calls with other people.
What you originally had to do, right? Well, in Nintendo was to play Splatoon 2. You had to download the Splatoon app on your phone, and that's how you did voice chat.
I know. Yeah, I remember that.
My biggest piss off thing, I bought these were really good Panasonic like orange £7 headphones, wired ones to play on my Switch. I was playing Breath of the Wild, and after I beat Breath of the Wild for the first time, released an update that was already a part of the console, just to allow you to use Bluetooth.
That's
They
shocking.
had that the whole time available in the like because obviously you can't just like send an update to give you Bluetooth. Like it has to be built into the
Yeah,
machine.
they have
Yeah.
a chip in it already. So it was like,
They
oh, we're gonna activate
just
it now.
deactivated it,
You love to see it.
and then a couple of years later went, no, 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 now you can use your nice headphones.
They were
What was
basically
the point
holding
of
the
this?
feature hostage. No, they were like, unless you get 100,000 people complaining the game, we will not unlock Bluetooth.
It's funny
Pay
about
the
exclusives
Bluetooth.
too. When you think of long running franchises, some of those started out as exclusives. Obviously, it was less, the market wasn't it was just as big, but like it was different. But like when I think of the original PlayStation, I think of the Resident Evils. You know what I mean?
I think of the OG Xbox, I think of Halo, and I think of Dead Rising 1.
Yeah, but Dead Rising 1 was 360.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's what
sorry,
I'm saying, like,
that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, but I'm saying like in the Resident Evil respect, I'm talking about that I would have associated the first few games with the PS1.
Yeah.
But now I wouldn't consider the franchise an exclusive franchise. You know, it's weird. Like obviously that's third party and stuff, but
Sure,
it's
even
the
like Call of Duty and like FIFA were somewhat Xbox oriented for
Yeah,
years
it was always
because
like
they had
Call of
marketing
Duty
deals.
going
That was
Xbox.
that was just marketing deals. That's more
Yeah,
so
but
was like that.
it
I
was,
know, but
like,
that's
if you're a
because of
hardcore
that.
fan, you would go on Xbox to play COD.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all my friends from my like secondary school class all had
Yeah.
Xbox simply because the map packs and stuff came out
See,
earlier.
I was the kind of person I had an Xbox just to play COD map packs early.
Yeah, I remember. I remember though. I had a 360 because it was the cheaper console at the time. I wanted a PS3, but I didn't want my mom paying that money for it. What do you call it? I remember though on the PS3, people would use USB sticks to get the free map packs for Black Ops 1.
Yeah,
You could save transfer and they would give you the DLC. So some guy would like go around and go, I'll give you the DLC for a $5 instead of a 10 or whatever.
The
On a
Black
USB
One.
stick. He was straight hustling people.
Then I went to
But,
the PlayStation for a while and COD was PlayStation for like a few years. Now it's back to Xbox.
Xbox just bought it back. Because,
I literally just bought the whole company.
yeah, that was one way. And then they shut down every studio that it has ever been associated with.
No, we love Microsoft shutting down all the
No,
studios they
on the
back.
good news, me and Jonathan appreciate this. There's some bad news with it, but it's sweet and sour. Tango GameWorks got saved. Xbox announced earlier this year that they were shutting down Tango GameWorks, the creators of Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Hi-Fi Rush. Which was funny because I felt like Hi-Fi Rush was the first successful Xbox exclusive in a while.
yeah.
People,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna play it. It's on PS5 now, so when I get a PS5, I will play it.
You
But,
played a bit of it, didn't you?
I played a bit of it on PC. It was like I played enough to go, I know I'm gonna love this.
Yeah.
director of that is called John Johannes, and he was the director of Evil Within 2, which for me is, if not, it's up there, if not better than Silent Hill 1 for me. I'll have to replay it and I'll decide, but
Yeah, I could agree
it's a
with
big
that.
it's a big bit. What?
No, I agree with your opinion on that one. Like,
Yeah. I think Jonathan, you agree too. It's the only open world survival horror game I love. I think it's
no,
just
I would agree with that. That's why I loved it so much. It just made the concept like isolated, but you knew there was so much you could do around the map. But it was also
it's like
like very creepy because you didn't know what was going around the corner.
the amount of times in that game too where I would like be playing it and like I would like go off the trail. It'd be about 2 hours later. I went, oh shit, this is not main story stuff. This is just like a side quest they had. Like what do you call it? Market or something like that. There. At the end I got the original revolver from the first game. And I was like, that was like I love that kind. Oh, it was so good. I'll go on
Oh
top
yeah,
of that
after
game.
all the sequences, yeah. No, because I spent
Yeah,
like 4 hours in the
I'll
third chapter. No, I spent 4 hours in that because I didn't realize you had to actually go and do the tasks around the map before we progress.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was such a good game. But the best thing about Tango Gameworks, the thing is that Crafton, the owners of PUBG and Callisto Protocol and stuff, they bought Tango back and they actually offered everybody back their jobs. 50% of the staff actually took the offer. And they've also bought the rights to Hi-Fi Rush. Now, they didn't buy the rights to Evil Fin or Ghostwire Tokyo, but apparently Xbox are willing to sell those.
Probably have a high
So
price in them though.
I wouldn't say I would say Hi-Fi Rush had a higher price. It sold more copies than the other two.
Well, then maybe they just spent a good bit of their budget then on getting the main source, maybe.
Well, I don't think I would say Crafton aren't lacking money.
Yeah.
So they're on the battlegrounds. Like still, I didn't realize how popular it still was,
PUBG is
especially.
still one of the most popular games of all time. Even to the
Seriously?
Yes.
Is it still big on
Yeah.
mobile?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Exactly.
right. I thought it
It-
died down.
it is. It is a silent cash cow.
It is, yeah. What was it, like two
It-
people or one person
I
made
think
that? wasn't
right
it?
now it's like similar in popularity to Fortnite. Obviously not back then, but like nowadays, I think it's
To
similar.
me,
in
to
popularity.
me, it's to me at this point, it's momentum. Like like League of Legends, you don't hear about it all the time, Connell. Like, but you still play it, and people still play it. You know what I mean? It's momentum at that point. It's just not going to stop. It's like Call of Duty's going to sell every year.
Yeah.
I honestly think that you could release a shit Call of Duty the next year, it'll still sell millions.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, of course.
Past 3 years.
But I mean,
4
like, a boss. Well, yeah, like, this is a proven example then.
Yeah, because
But,
they literally said we're not going to release a COD game this year. Then they released a really bad COD game, and everybody bought it anyway.
No, they saw how
Yeah.
successful Modern Warfare 2, or not,
No, what
yeah,
happened was
Modern Warfare
Modern
2.
Warfare 2 was not great. People said they need to stop rushing these out, and Activision said they're going to take a year break. And then they didn't take a year break and released Modern Warfare 3, which was even worse.
It confused
They tried
itself.
to
or
surprise
confused
their fans and it just did not work.
That's the thing. Like, the last one I played was the remake of Modern Warfare because I got it for a Christmas present,
Yeah, that's pretty
and
good.
I was like, oh,
That was pretty
yeah,
good.
no, and I love the campaign. It was very fun and stuff. We all know how good I am at that campaign. On an Xbox.
Yeah, we remember that. Your aim is great.
Yeah. You can tell the story you want on the podcast. I don't give a shit.
Go on, I don't think I've actually
All
heard
I'm
this.
saying is your aim is great.
Yeah. I shot that
Yeah,
that hostage.
like all of us watched your aim, you know.
What about at the end of it, where Matthew like clearly had given up on me, and I just started shooting? Yeah. I got the plot in that game, so I don't know why I was that bad at it, but whatever.
Oh wait, was that in the lecture? Was that in the lecture hall? Was that you?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Tristan.
that was me.
Oh, you were bad.
That was uncalled for.
you forgot how bad he was.
That's one of these episodes, is it?
It honestly sounded like he suppressed that memory.
It's like it triggered something in him to say it.
Numbers, Mason. What are the numbers?
That was him!
Just a
No, because
massive.
I just remember you being told to sit down. I was after like, God, I hope that
I
wasn't.
was already
what
sitting
I was
down. That
doing.
was the worst part when he told me to sit down. I was like, I'm already sitting.
Just go back to your seat.
Just go back to
The
the
solemn
end.
walk of shame.
Forgetting Curlick. Yeah. Well, the thing. What do you call it? We're talking about. We're talking about exclusives. There was the Usually when they do like a lot of this generation of Sony don't release their own exclusives, like they haven't released as much. Like they did at the start. Like you were getting like God of War and Horizon at the same year.
Yeah.
Like the past few years, like they've been relying on third party exclusives like Final Fantasy 16, which is announced to come to PC soon, and we called I think that Crimson Desert, the Black Desert Online guys, Pearl Abyss, their single player one. I think it's this console exclusive for a bit, and I'm not sure, but is Black Myth Wukong? It just came out.
It just released. It's on PC.
Yeah.
It's PC though, but I think it's a console exclusive on PlayStation. I might be wrong about that.
Would not be sure.
Because the only thing I'm seeing for it is
I
PS5.
feel like I wouldn't be, because normally PlayStation exclusives stay on PlayStation. Only Xbox exclusives go to PC as well.
Nah, it's been changed a lot
that's
more recently.
completely wrong.
But it's normally like
yeah,
they release it later.
Sony literally admitted they're changing their strategy.
Alright, then.
Like
maybe.
what was it that Sony like gave to PC recently? What like it was a certain franchise gave over, but I don't remember what it is.
Spider-Man, God of War,
It was no, the Spider-Man games did come out on Epic Games. I remember that.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
knows?
Black Myth Wukong is PS5 console exclusive, so it's not actually on Xbox at all. It's on PC, like, and yeah, that game I'm actually pretty excited for. It's still an exclusive talk. I've heard people say it's very, very good.
My brother was telling me earlier, actually, it's very good.
Yeah, it broke records there on Steam. It's the most concurrent single player game.
There was a video I seen on it. It's like there's only one game to look at this year. Black Wukong, amazing game. If it does well, it's just another good game. But then everyone's like Space Marine 2.
Yeah. The funny thing is the record apparently hadn't been broken years, but then Palworld broke it this year.
Good old Palworld.
Yeah,
We don't talk about Palworld.
They
Black
don't really
Myth
get marketing for years.
Yeah, Black Myth Wukong though has now broken its record already. So Space Marine 2, I know there's a lot of hype behind that, especially on this podcast.
I don't think it's going to be as big though, because Warhammer is niche enough as it is.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
but like the Journey to the West is a popular book.
I think it's more what it'll do for the Warhammer franchise, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is an outside perspective. How well did Vermintide and Darktide do when they released?
Extremely.
Like, what was their sort of peaks?
Extremely, but Darktide wasn't
Darktide
good.
wasn't good. Vermintide was amazing, but Darktide wasn't good. But it, in terms of like sales, it did really, really well.
It was an Xbox exclusive. See, we keep bringing this back. The exclusives,
The big chain.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking lost my train of thought there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, honestly, it was relating to yes. Oh, I found it. So, Gamescom was yesterday, and just it brings it into Warhammer exclusives all this year. Have you ever seen the Netflix show Love, Death, and Robots?
Oh, I saw the doing like a
my
video game
God.
They are doing one called Secret Level with Warhammer, God of War, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, I saw that. It looks so
Typhoon,
good.
everything's in it. I can't wait.
It looks so good.
and by the way, the animation looks insane.
Love, Death, and Robots
man.
is like up there for my favorite shows now. It's so good.
100%.
I've never seen it, William. I'm gonna watch it now. You know me, I don't
Watch
watch much TV shows. I'm gonna watch
It's
that.
so good.
I haven't watched season 2 and 3 though. I want to watch
amazing.
it so much.
I mean, it's like the way to describe it is that like every episode is a different mini animation by different studios and stuff. Each season has a theme though.
I loved the first season. There's like a Russian based one, and it's so good.
Oh yeah, the Russian
It's
holdout's
so
so good.
good. Ah,
I will give it a watch now.
They're
It's all
like
on
horror.
Prime.
They're all horror themed, and either with psychological or like horror themes or just straight up horror.
yeah.
I love the name of it too. The Secret Levels.
Yeah.
I love that. It's just so simple and perfect.
Oh my
If you
god, I
watch Love,
seen
Death,
it.
and Robots, you'll realize how hyped
Yeah.
we are.
I will watch it. Definitely, I'll be put on my list.
When I seen it on Twitter, I was like, "What?" Like the people were listening to these things. I'm like, "The fuck do you mean?" And then it just showed. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I only saw it like the Warhammer's website posted it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a new Warhammer show," and then they saw like Mega Man. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, the best thing is it's like Astro it's like the Astro Boy new manga of the Astro Boy series, which is like much more darker and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, Mega Man looks like that to me, and I'm just like hell yeah.
I'm just so happy Sifu's get more love.
Yeah. CPU
Dude,
just
yeah.
nobody really talked about it after release, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they done a lot of
Sifu's-
updates.
Their first game they made was Absolver. I remember seeing the first game I seen them.
I remember that game releasing.
I had no interest in because it was multiplayer, but I was like, I love the combat.
Yeah.
Like, see if they made a single player game, I'd be all over. See if you came out, I was all over it.
Did you play
It's
it?
so good.
I played it, the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I still have it physical, staring right at me, but no PS5 because we all know what happened there.
I have the PS4 edition, the Special Edition.
Yeah. Oh,
I just have it
dude,
on Epic
it's
Games.
good.
He's all of these special designs got an Epic.
You just have
It was
manga.
exclusive to Epic, bringing
Yeah,
us back to.
I got it like on release. I got it day one release.
Yeah, what a game.
And,
Yeah, can't wait for the bigger levels. So, speaking of levels, there's a series of complexity and different levels to Jonathan's skill issue game.
What a segue, guys!
Was it reach
What a
around?
segue!
Hey, I'm trying here, yeah.
What was a reach at a round and a half, man?
Well, here, honestly,
He reached out, he didn't hold on to anything!
most times you get reach arounds, you're happy at the end. So come
Yeah,
on,
the game
let's
makes-
go. Yeah, I know, but I'm not good at them. I can do it myself. Like,
It's called
This
something
pod-
else, but
this podcast is rated PG.
Your head.
This podcast is a PG podcast. Yes, we're going on the skill issue. Jonathan, introduce your issue of skill.
Alright, so this one is so bad. This one is so bad that we have to bring in the entire franchise of the games to hate on all of them, because that's what we do here. We hate on games.
True.
Yeah. And it's done by a little series called Don't Nod, and then they have extra companies coming in and giving a hand. Yeah, it's Life is Strange. You've literally seen every video essay hitting on the first game and Before the Storm and all
You're really bad at games if you struggle to play Life is Strange with a skill issue.
that. You shut up right now. You are right. It was so hard for me to go up to a painting, click on it, I'm going to smear my hand
the
over
right
it.
dialogue options.
Jonathan,
No.
would you say this game is hella bad?
How long were you thinking of that one, Tristan?
I couldn't remember what the name of the thing she said. Go fuck yourself.
I'm so ready to end this section here and now. That just sums up the entire section, guys.
Honestly, given your your lifestyle, Jonathan, I thought that you'd real vibe with Life is Strange. It seems like you're kind of people you'd hang with.
It seems like your
Excuse
life is
me?
strange.
The woke agenda.
No, go back to that, Tristan. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, you seem like you'd be one of them people to hang out with, like the hella
What, a
crew.
woman?
No, God, no. Yeah.
Oh, the sadness.
The woke agenda wants you to hang out with women.
Oh, no.
Alright.
God.
Woke
Not
agenda
again.
can take their invite and
This keeps
shove it. I
happening
don't
again.
care.
And any of this out, I'm not getting censored by some liberal.
Wow.
How do we always get this?
You guys saw it. I did not cause any of this. This is all him.
This is Life is Strange, man.
The two old
Actually,
men.
Life is Strange is a cool title.
No.
No.
Do you know what the thing is? Don't Know didn't only made the first two games, didn't they? And Before the Storm. But they also
Yeah.
made Vampire, which is a cool ass game.
I've heard
It's alright, it's alright,
mixed
yeah.
things about that.
It's alright.
And Remember Me, it's pretty cool.
Remember?
Never heard of it.
Remember
I
Me
remember
was. No, we're not going to that section for fuck's sake.
We just hear keywords.
He said
Avoid
it
these
twice.
key-
You can't let him do away with it.
We have to censor those words in each part of the segment.
Triggered!
Anyway, moving on to recommendation and damnation. Why did you change
Whoa.
color?
Mid-change
Whoa.
profile picture.
He was so subtle
spicy
about
in here.
Mid-change profile picture. Exclusive.
Yeah. So is this a really like? I feel like this whole conversation just really antithesis the point of how shite Life is Strange is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so bad. You don't even want to talk about a game. You just segue into a different
Connell
conversation
changes
entirely.
profile picture is far more interesting.
Yes,
Would you
exactly.
believe-
He went blue.
I've actually played Life is Strange 1, not the whole way through. I got to the part where she got her powers, and I went, no, thank you.
That's 10 minutes in.
I couldn't even watch people play that game. It was so boring.
Okay, what's the
It
story?
reminded
Give,
me so
give me the
much of
rundown.
David Cage.
Do you want? Okay.
Yeah,
First of
give me the
all,
rundown.
do you want to know this game and have it in your memory forever? Or do
Yes,
you
give
want
me
to
the
let me
rundown.
know?
I've literally heard you rant about a good game, so go.
All right. So first of all, it's not a good game. Second of all, basically,
Not the
you are a stereotypical white girl in
Yes.
university or college or something doing an art degree. Ooh,
Good start.
Okay.
and she's a photographer.
This is the guy in our school.
She's just a shy
Just a
photographer
white boy in our
who's
school.
all
We've just lost the
geeky.
demographic of viewers.
Yeah.
Hooray! Yes, it's a call.
Yeah, because people watch this show.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Tristan, it's been me. I've been refreshing the page
Those
20 times.
views are just us on refresh, yeah.
Had to keep Tristan's spirits high.
We lost 3 viewers. That's like 10% of our audience.
Exactly. No. Anyway, so basically, you discover you have powers because apparently you break your camera, and because you can't afford a new one, you right click and time goes backwards because your choices don't matter.
Broke people power.
Broke people would rather rewind time than buy another camera. Simply put. And then it goes from you break your camera to a girl gets shot in the girl's bathroom.
Oh,
Because
my God, you changed that sentence.
You get the camera though.
what?
No, the camera was more interesting.
It was more interesting.
Liberals want you to care about the girl getting shot up in the bathroom.
And you know what's worse? They gave her blue hair. This is also a calling post.
Whoa, here you can't be doing that now.
No. If Molly cusses out, then I'm killing her. No more editor, she cusses out.
What's wrong with having blue hair, huh? I am one of the blue-haired people. Or was.
No. You're literally called the ginger for a reason.
True.
He's a ginger beard and afro. We all know this.
Yeah.
No, but basically this is going nowhere because the game is horrible. But anyways, you try and rekindle a friendship, you realize that your friend is a horrible person, but you still try to bring it along because we have to make this relationship work. Also they're lesbians, because that's the choice.
Wait. I don't think that's an issue. Oh, what I would say is, have you played every single one of these?
Sadly, yes.
Is he here playing these games?
No, here's the thing. I know
Yeah, but
Yes!
where did you play the first ones?
Like, I think the last time I played it was like 2020.
So you played the first one, hated it. You went, there's lesbians and women. I can't handle this.
Anyway,
Anyways, the prequel, let's go!
And then you went, I'll play more just to be more angry.
No. This is the no. I need to bring in the prequel. I need to bring in the prequel. There is one mechanic in the prequel, and you know what it is? The first game they give you time traveling part. The second game, you can win arguments by using your smart wit. And when someone tells you, isn't it time for you to go to bed? You reply back, isn't it your bedtime? Boom! Boom!
Actual dialogue.
Charisma check and
Honestly,
D&D.
that
Yes.
would work on me.
The very first backtalk check you have to do is isn't it past your bedtime? You can respond, isn't it past yours?
All I think is like the Baldur's Gate 3 dice roll. Like rolling that 20.
No, it's like rolling a 1, but it's an auto success anyways.
Actually, funny enough, Jamie sent me an image today of Baldur's Gate 3 saying 300,000 people fuck the bear.
Yep.
Yeah, we know one
comment.
person who has done it. We know one person that's done it.
Yeah, we know one. We're not going to name them, but we know one.
We're not
Yeah,
going to
we're
name
him
this man.
Well,
done
Chris, Chris,
Okay, there you go.
I will name him straight away because he won't listen to this, and also we can just say if you don't know who Chris is, he was the guy on the 5th episode that went hi, and then a drunk Jonathan and Connell spoke.
And these two just talked over him the whole time.
Nothing
We're
new.
trying to censor him.
I'm a reformed alcoholic, thank you.
Yes,
Why does alcohol come into it?
these were drunk. That's what we
Don't
drunk.
bring
I'm reformed.
Don't bring these issues into a place where there's no need for them.
What,
That's
did I voluntarily give up alcohol and you're personally removed from any of the hard liquor now?
We don't
This
talk
is
about that.
this is a safe space for us, right? This is our group.
No, it's not. Screw you.
Go on, John. You select the strange dialogue, win the argument.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you are, but what am I? Oh!
Oh, who asked? Boom. Anyways,
He
Life
won.
is Strange 2. That's all I'm giving it before the storm because it is not a game. It is.
Can I give a
it is an
quick rundown of
experience.
what I think of each of your opinion on, like, just one line for what you think each game is?
Okay.
Right, so Life is Strange 1. Oh, lesbians! Life is
Yeah.
Strange doesn't have superpowers, I guess.
Yeah,
Life is
that's pretty
Strange
spot on.
2. Life is Strange 2. It's the sequel with more lesbians.
Oh no.
So far,
No.
I'm getting that you
It's a
don't-
Michael Bay
lesbian
movie
with a
franchise?
kid.
So what I'm getting at is you
No.
don't like lesbians or people with charisma.
Oh my god.
How dare you?
Imagine
Podcast. This is meant
what
to be
do
a
the
safe
kids,
space, guys.
what does these guys say? Imagine a lesbian with Riz.
Who says that? Who says that?
There you go, a
I
Rizbian.
think this is what he says.
Okay. That so what's ironic about this? What's ironic about this is I think 3 or 4 of these games are Johnny's 100% completed games on his profile.
Oh yeah.
No, but
So we
Oh, you mean the games you complete by just playing the story and doing nothing
You
else?
were yapping after beating the first one. Why would you continue? Did you play True Colors?
Because I want to have hope, and the second one has men.
That's what's on them.
We cooking, and then he goes, "Oh, they're straight."
Well, no, I
The
did.
game immediately.
Tristan, they're brothers. They're brothers.
Oh
Right,
god.
we're gonna avoid jokes there. So
Yeah, but anyway.
Home,
can I
Alabama.
actually, can I just read something out real quick about Life is Strange?
Sure, go for it.
Edits.
Life is Strange was a beautiful game. It had a beautiful atmosphere, a unique set of
Get
characters.
off my
Like
Steam
mechanics.
profile, no!
The original make your own choice story game.
did he write that?
I'm
Oh my
not
No, he did. Oh my god, this is so Jonathan, you're a liar.
No! No!
The ability to rewrite time through the game scene made it possible to see what lies in the future. And
Alright, guys, have a great podcast.
Right.
I'll be away. I'm away.
Can we point out?
Bye.
Was
No.
this written before they came out as lesbians?
That's
He's like,
2019.
Dive.
Dang, the
Oh
game
my
covers such
God.
topics such as bullying, depression, loss, suicide, and abandonment. Should have brought that
Alright,
up.
William. No,
That's
you've
what
done
she
it.
said.
I'm getting rid of the Steam reviews now because you've done this.
Oh no, no.
William,
my
screenshot it.
legs.
Screenshot it.
No.
Listen, you keep that up for our viewers.
I'm just saying this.
No.
I'm just saying this now. It sounds like either that game ruined Johnny or we ruined Johnny.
I think a bit of both.
Well, here, you ruined me. Let's be honest. I wasn't.
No!
You
no,
ruined
no,
yourself.
No. You were broken and then you broke us.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Probably that sounds about it.
You're literally the ADHD Express and you come through every day
I
just
don't know why
making
you're
us.
complaining about the rewind mechanic, because you said here on quote, I personally love Max's ability to rewind time to learn more about people around her.
You sound like you're trying to prosecute me in court right now. Well, according to this quote here,
Why did he bring up the receipts?
William has reached Discord mod status, everyone.
I'm
Guys,
so
no posting
mad.
in general. No posting in general, please.
You made me hate myself 4 years ago
And
so
then,
much.
Then, not only were you that, you then, I'm being a big fan of Life is Strange for almost a year, and if we read the
Almost?
second game.
No. Before you go into the second game, let me talk about the second game first, and then you can read out my positive review, which I mean nothing of.
Okay.
No, but you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so second game.
Masterpiece.
You're running to Mexico. That's the second game.
Oh, is that the one with the? I think I remember hearing about that years ago. Is that the one with the little brother has superpowers?
Yeah, that's you know how like Life is Strange, you're a supernatural being with all the possibilities in the world. Yeah, your little brother gets it. You just have to be like, oh yeah, I'm the supervisor.
I thought you said
'Cause
destroyed
clearly-
your expectations.
Yeah, destroyed everything in my life. No,
You said it was just better than seeing Max Caulfield and Chloe Price smashing their way through the next game out of nowhere. You said it was-
This is actually awful. This is like receipt.
how do you think I feel?
Don't worry, the moment you brought up this game, John, I had planned to read these out in advance. I knew if I did.
Oh
I was
my
playing
God.
checkers, but he was playing chess.
Friggin' Williams on his Andrew Tate grind.
Or Doctor Disrespect, apparently.
I think you think they're more
Oh!
relatable. Yeah, no, that picture you posted on Twitter, like him playing chess and other side checkers, just put me there.
I put an Annick on your side.
Will we get Maddie to put the Mr. Beast reaction face on this video?
No, do it, Maddie, do it.
No, I am
Put
not
them
allowed.
everywhere, all over the screen.
We'll just no. You know what? We'll make the thumbnail for this just your review of Life is Strange.
Yeah, and then just put my Steam reviews there to show how meaningful they really were.
Yeah.
No, but all right. Let me get rid of the segment because I'm going to cry. I need to cover the
I
last
know is
game.
that you love
Last game. No. So
Before the Storm.
Life is Strange 1, but Life is Strange Before the Storm, Life is Strange 2, and you can't forget Life is Strange True Colors
Ooh.
because symbolism in the title. Anyways, you're an empath. You feel things crazy.
You definitely don't
What's
relate
an
to that one.
No, literally. Do you know like that like big like bunch of memes that came out of like me as an empath seeing a dead body on the ground, realizing that they may not be breathing.
Alright,
Never heard.
Yeah,
of
basically, it's that game.
What's
No,
an empath?
basically-
Somebody feels empathy.
Someone that can be like, oh, I have a supernatural sense for feeling emotion.
Somebody like just overly feels emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's not.
Well, like, no,
Is it like a
so
super-
empaths, like, you can, instead of reading people's minds, you read people's emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cry like 4 times a week. I'm an empath.
So it's like you're able to go up to somebody. If you ever watch Guardians of the Galaxy, you know Mantis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an empath.
Alright.
If I go up to you, William, and I could sense your feelings, like, oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
constipated.
just feel
or something like that.
absolutely nothing.
If you can sense William's feelings, you're a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I can't
Oh,
say
yeah.
so.
Oh, he doesn't have one of them. He just has a ginger beard and a blue afro.
Yeah.
We've established this.
Afro Samurai.
So-
What was his
Alright.
review and theme of True Colors?
Yeah,
No, I was gonna ask- Yes, that's a change. That's a change.
Oh, we haven't even read out the full reviews of either of them, so.
We're ending the segment now. We're ending the segment now.
I thought a younger
As the
set
game
of
stopped,
protagonists
the
give
game
new life
stopped,
to the
the
world.
game stopped. We're ending the segment now. Move.
It's host of the podcast.
Bro, to
Denied.
quote John, just to finish it off.
As host of the panel here, we're moving the
At the end of
podcast.
it all, he won't spoil the game here, as he hopes that people enjoy the game and experience it for themselves.
It was a bit. It was a bit. I want people to buy the game and realize they wasted their money.
No.
It was all my evil plan.
Honestly, that is poetic.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Shut up, Tristan. You can't keep a single account.
Oh, you got. At least I can give an honest review.
At least I'm not in debt from buying 20 different games on 20 different accounts.
I'm not. William keeps banning them.
Yeah, I'm in debt because of it.
True.
Honestly.
Let me buy my
Roll, we want
14th
this segment.
copy of like Hollow Knight for my account so I can finally platinum it, but I won't because I'll get halfway through and I'm like, nah.
I have a physical
Let's-
copy of it.
Let's go Ranger Rider 27 out here.
We all know how much you love Life is Strange, so alright.
No.
No, I love how you're attacking me
Next
because I'm going to move on.
Next section. By the way,
I'm
The
trying to
thing
go to the
for-
next section, but you yell at me next section.
John, that much, that's why.
I'm laying the account you've done this one.
Moving on to the next section before.
John,
I have a
Before I get
pain
more
in my head.
move on.
Going
John
to
starts crying.
I have there's a blood vessel in my head about to burst.
What do you call it? Let me move on then. Moving on to the next section. Shut up! O'Connell, are you a bull-faced fucking liar on this next section, or do you want to talk about when you remember?
I remember good times, you know, when I played games and were truthful about my feelings.
Yeah, like Life is Strange.
When games weren't revolving around, you know, feelings and being charismatic, when it was just, you know, just shooting,
Oh, John loves those games, alright? Don't need to call him out like that.
just shooting and feel like a badass Jedi warrior. We're talking about the OG Star Wars Battlefront 2 released in 2005.
Peak gaming.
We'll see. It's funny that you bring that game up because I've actually got your Steam review here, and you said it's dog trash.
Actually, I never played it on that. I played it on the PS2. And if I did have it on Steam, I would not be talking to you since I'd be playing the multiplayer mod.
True.
That's fair.
I also have an Steam and it's very fun.
This, for me, as someone who seen, like, I think it was the Clone Wars in cinema and stuff, this game was goddamn amazing. And the one issue I had, because I was a wee bit late getting, like, the proper internet and stuff, was the Jedi that died thanks to Order 66. I wanted to know more about them and stuff. This game done a good job of at least explaining to me why they were on that planet and what happened in those events. Brilliant game.
I'll never forget the 501st.
It was brilliant. I know for me, I was always a big droid fan, and to be able to play as super battle droids and droidicas was amazing. Love the game to death, and the fact that like the game was alive so many years, even on PC, simply because of the multiplayer
Yeah, it
mod.
still has the multiplayer community.
Yeah, like was so good. Tristan, I'm assuming you played this when you were younger as well.
About 3,000 to 4,000 hours in this game on PS2.
I would be similar to Tristan. I said before, it's like one of the games I played growing up.
I only have.
I still have my original save file on my memory card, literally right below me right now,
I think
and I played it on PSP.
I had one gripe with the game, and it's the only thing, and it was the Hoth level with like the giant AT-ATs, and you
Yeah.
have to like play it like you did in the films, where you had to harpoon the legs and spin
Yeah.
around them. I hated that because I could never bloody
yeah.
fucking do it.
It's a skill issue to me.
You ever did the hunt mode on
Yeah,
with
that,
the,
yeah.
and then you played the demolition, and you put mines down and just killed them all and tunneled them.
The best thing was if you played the Mos Eisley Canteen level where everybody gets to be a hero.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, hero bro.
I just remember like being a friend, you'd always like go to the top of the ring and have like duels there.
I think the funniest character was Yoda, Harry ran. He just moonjumped the whole time.
He was so fast.
I know. I think I was like the campaign was great, and then you just get the Luke split after Order 66, where he has to kill the Jedi and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this encapsulates it as best as it can for a game at the time. Like you were just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But the game is phenomenal. I'm sorry that like Sir John and stuff never got a chance to play it. He was playing games like Life is Strange.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
loving Life is Strange, right?
In fairness,
William,
have the
check the
option.
reviews right now.
I had the screenshot, but don't worry.
We're all
No.
good. Right, you wanted to move on from it?
I'm bringing it back.
I'm off it. I'm off it. Don't name drop my section, and I won't mention them.
No worries. This might be the last episode you're on.
Are you gonna play in Chris?
What? No, it's fine.
We bring Molly.
Hey, look, three
hell no.
white guys doing a podcast is a very popular thing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can collab with Andrew Trade. Who knows?
Maybe.
Actually,
I could get in with him. Me and his brother.
I believe the voice actor for I think it was the two Fats in this game was the same voice actor as the one that went on to do the Mandalorian.
Edward Scott.
I think so. I think
I was pretty sure they just used the movie.
These sound clips.
Yeah, this used the sound clips in the movie.
Yeah, it was all sound clips.
Yeah.
You talking about the original Boba Fett?
Hold on.
Yeah, it was the
Guy you
guy who played.
I played Jango Fett in Boba Fett in
Tamura
Wars.
Morrison. Yeah, Tamura Morrison.
Yeah, no, so his voice clips. Yeah.
Yeah.
They never showed Boba Fett's. Wait, is Boba the?
Boba's green.
Boba's green. Because never showed Boba's Fett face, and he's based off clone Jango Fett.
Yeah.
They could use the same actor, it wouldn't make a difference. But yeah, the game. What I liked about the game was the story mode was real fun. It was like different optional objectives.
I'm pretty sure he did the voice acting for the clones, like the 501st as well.
Yeah. The thing I would say that was awesome about the game, you got to play as some Jedi you wouldn't really get to play as, like Kata Amindi.
Yep.
And Ela Sakura.
Good old egghead.
And you got to really explore. Like the maps weren't sometimes the maps weren't the best, but you got to explore like a lot of the maps were based off Revenge of the Sith's death scenes.
My favorite map was the Mustafar map.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember there's bridges that you can bring down, and like the amount of people you can trick on this or kill.
I was Death Star. I love the Death
Death
Star
Star
map.
is great, but you always get lost on
No, I never did.
Yeah.
I loved it.
it. It's so easy to get lost in.
I just like how a lot of the voice actors as well
And
from the
then
Clone Wars.
ship battles in any games peak there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that
sure.
was like
The
one of the
original
only
Battlefront
shit battle
3,
games I like.
the original Battlefront 3 made by Radical. I can't remember their actual name.
Oh, you forgot something.
Originally, I forgot the name of the studio. It's going to annoy me. It's Radical something. But they originally, what their plan was basically where you could have a battle on the ground, like the ground units,
Yep.
fly up and you have a space battle and actually land on the ships and all, like you would. Remember the way like it was
My
separated in
favorite
the
part,
game.
like, if you didn't like the ship combat, you can just focus your strategy on going inside the enemy ship and trying to destroy it from the inside. Or if you like ship combat, you can try to destroy it from the outside.
Yeah, 100%.
Then
The
they have
thing
like
too,
perk systems and shit.
often hasn't been able to play the game before, but he could. The re-release, I know they've patched a lot, haven't they? But they patched it a lot, haven't they?
No,
No, really? Forget I thought they'd patched it by now.
you can just get the original. Probably better.
Yeah. Honestly,
It's
and
like,
they.
Jonathan, if you ever wanted to play it, I'd play it with you.
Aww.
I was actually.
I'll make a really wholesome review about it, don't worry.
Yes, I want as good as your Life is Strange once.
He brought it up that time, we all heard it.
Yeah.
The
I'm just embracing
thing I remember most about the game, it was actually the first time I found out about power difference between the Xbox original and the PS2, because the Xbox original had additional maps that the PS2 never had. Like you couldn't play Bespin on the PS2 version.
I was too
Or,
young to realize.
I didn't know.
It because obviously the hardware was more, and you actually all the Battlefront, I think near enough all the Battlefront 1 maps were in Battlefront 2 on Xbox and PC, but not in uh, the PlayStation 2. I actually remember my sister's uncle. He like knew how to burn games on the the old blank discs,
Yeah.
and he burned Battlefront 2 on for me. But I didn't have a PC to play it, so I just had the disc. And I was like, I know the maps are on here. I can play it one day. I still have that disc. I've never loaded it. There was always still waiting to get the disc drive.
Like all
To
your
this
jet
day,
packs.
it's still sitting on a shelf.
It's actually it's in a blank DVD box.
I think
I
I
got
lost
it.
PC.
Division.
Had like a disc drive.
It actually is
Very
extras
rare to
on
get them now.
So it did.
Very rare to get disc
Yeah.
drives now
Oh.
on PCs.
This right done.
That's it.
Future is now, old man.
Any closing thoughts on?
One of the best multiplayer games of all time.
Fix the
Yeah.
re-release.
Fix the
It's the release.
Fix
I'll
the
play
Also,
game.
the best mechanics that Jedi have infinite life. They just have a timer that you can increase with kills.
Yeah.
I was in the health bar was a lightsaber.
Yeah, and like if you're really good at Jedi, you never lost it, but like you could get focused on. And also, if you timed your rolls, you can just dodge every attack. You can just play Dark Souls with Jedi.
100%. It was very fun. The next section we're going to go on to is Platinum Bet. So, updates for this week, Connell. What you playing? Platinum anything? This week, this month.
Dead Cells is close to being done, so I'll be the first to do a quarterly game, it seems.
You're still on 8 as it is, but you
Yep.
will be the first to be quarterly.
So if I get that, I'm up to 10. After that, nothing real. I've got a couple of wee things in the
Oh,
corner.
you'll be up to 9 if you get that done.
No, because it's double.
Shit.
Yeah, isn't it quarterly double fees?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you trying to trick him? You don't. I forgot about that. You don't have the Life is Strange check for it.
To be fair, I legit do have 2 other games sitting there. My brother's has a PC in his room, and he's like, you can have the PlayStation 5. So God of War Ragnarok and Ratchet and Clank are just right there to do. So if I ever go behind, I have that sitting there just to back me up a wee bit.
Boost you a little.
Yeah, what about you, Tristan? What are you sitting on?
Yeah. Have you got an account still?
Have you got one?
Yeah.
Not the same
yeah.
one.
What, sir?
It's not the same one as last time, though.
What's the name this time? Come on, tell us.
I have 5 anyway. But
You have 5 currently.
Next episode you'll be on 3 or like 1.
No, he'll make a new account the week before the episode, and he'll be like, I have no time.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm on 5. He's all right.
Tristan, just
Yeah.
to clarify this, if I go back to a game that I've already platinumed, but like 100% of DLC, is that a half a point?
Yeah, the half point will be fine.
Okay. Second.
I think that's more than fair. The DLC's half point.
Okay.
Not that I've got any ones lined up with DLC, to be honest. My next few platinums I've got lined up, I know what they are. One of them is a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That is most,
Oh, right.
yeah, 10 out of 10 difficulty, so that'll be 5 points if I can get it for the next episode. Hoping to. The other ones are like 6 and 7s. They're not really.
Alright. What
one
are
I-
the
one I-
games? Do we have a spoiler?
I can't talk about two of them because they're.
Monthly.
Oh no, I can't talk about them because they're bets. I'm hoping to platinum Haiti,
Yeah, that's good.
Did
Yeah,
it?
you can
Did
definitely
it?
talk about that.
and I can get 2 points for that.
Yeah.
Because it's the challenge.
To be fair,
Haiti's very fun.
what one, sorry?
Hades.
Haiti's very fun.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys earlier about it. I actually quite enjoyed it. I'm probably going to play more after this
It
episode's
is a
recorded.
great game.
I'm glad you're starting early and not leaving it too late.
Yeah, it will take a while, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I'm off all next week from my other job, so that'll be a week of playing Hades because that's what my holidays look like. Yeah, I'm actually going to play for the Metro series. That's one I can talk about, I suppose.
That's not too bad, actually, in terms of
Only
just
played the
replays.
first one before. I've read all the books, love them. So I've got the second and third game. I think I'm just going to finally play it. I can't feel like in the mood for a little shooter.
Metro's good. I actually have some fond memories watching my friends stream Metro, and it was the funniest thing ever.
I don't know what difficulty this game is, so I don't. What do you call it? But I'm going to play the. It's only 100%. I'm pretty sure. Actually, doesn't matter what difficulty it is. But the Warhammer Bolt Gun, someone gifted it to me.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's fun.
But yeah, so it's a Warhammer game. Yeah, the couple. There's one I'm going to get, but I'm waiting for a specific reason. But I can talk about the game I'm going to get. But I'm going to play Alien Isolation for the first time,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a hard platinum.
It's good.
The reason I want to play is because I went to Alien Romulus. It was fucking brilliant. So I'm actually getting into aliens, and obviously,
because I was holding off because the Alien movies haven't been the greatest. Is it actually good? The movie?
It is.
yeah, I loved it. Like the only Aliens movie I've seen is the first one, and Aliens with you guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's 6 out of 6.
I've
Brilliant.
trudged through the whole franchise, so
Brilliant.
The games that have got lined up, like I'm sorry, I keep looking behind me because they're all like stacked. They're quality ass games, but like some of them would be really hard. Like the next Game Club game, Connell, if you go for that platinum, it's a 10 out of 10.
I seen it, and I'm just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
At least I can bank it easily just to get it out of the way, but it's just one of those ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you can like obviously it would you'll still get 5 points no matter what if you beat platinum that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like always in the pipeline. Obviously, you don't get double points because it's a Game Club game. But yeah, there's been some games I've been playing that are like fantastic. I got a lot of 100%. I played the first time I ever played Metal Slug, the original arcade game. I think on the last episode I discussed I was getting an arcade stick, or I don't even know if I mentioned it.
You did,
yeah.
Yeah, so it finally arrived, and the guys in known see me in Discord calls. I have been using the shit out of this thing. I actually used for the Game Club game this episode, sorry. I used that arcade stick for the entire playthrough. I'm playing with the Ray Storm and Ray Crisis right now, which are two old school shmups made by Taito in 1996 and 98, I think. And they're very fun. The platinum's not too difficult, it's just like more be good at the game sort of thing. But it's not overly difficult. So it's not. Yeah. And then I do want to play Dead Cells, but because I have Hades to play and Hyper Light Drifter.
Dead Cells will be longer than Hades, or same length?
No.
Hades 60 hours.
Hades, because the whole point of like Hades is I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like to actually get to the true ending of it, it's like consecutively playing it.
Same with Dead
It's
Cells?
made. No, it's not.
Is it not? I thought like
Not for the platinum.
Oh right, I think like true ending maybe. I don't know for platinum.
For true ending, yeah, but for platinum you only have to get the boss sale 4. But
right.
then to get the true ending it has to be 5, so you just cut it short before the hardest one,
Yeah.
which isn't too bad.
What episode is it we have until the beat Dead Cells anyway?
So
Next one?
No,
yeah,
it's not the next one. Is it every
Yeah.
3 episodes?
Yeah.
it's 3 months. And we've
Because they
already
give us
got
Dead
this
Cells
one.
last
Yeah,
episode or
because we give it to you in the live one, so would be
fifth one? Oh, so next episode you just have to come up with a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm not getting Dead Cells.
Oof.
Okay.
I need,
Fantastic.
I'm on a grind for the next episode.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, well
fair.
played.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
I-
Maybe even more one.
One thing I just want to bring up because I want to kind of brag about it. I did get a physical copy of Hyper Light Drifter, which was very concerning since like I remember a couple of years ago looking at it, when it came out and stuff, and it was so expensive. But I got it off someone in on eBay for like £22. It was brilliant. So I like my physical copies as much as Connell does.
I actually want to get Hollow Knight soon.
Yeah, Hollow Knight's a lovely physical copy. I was very lucky to get I bought it from CX, and the map, the postcards, and all were still in the box.
Happy days.
It cost £20, I think, at the time. Might have went up a bit now with rewards and stuff. Yeah, so sitting at 8 is Connell, still in the lead, and sitting at 5 is Tristan. Hopefully, that's not reset to 1 next month.
You've been doing better instead of sitting at 0.
Yeah, 0 is yeah.
That is, but it's like I haven't moved from 5 in like 2 episodes now. So
Hey,
Well,
better
they
at least you haven't went down to 0.
yeah, yeah, that's platinum bat.
Like a simplest
I'm-
task feed, like kind of like multiple achievements. You slowly get some achievements. You fall, the rock falls all the way down the hill, and you have to push it back up.
We all love an
That's
underdog story.
Listen, because I'm playing Hades, I'm reading Greek mythology, the 75th anniversary by Edith Hamilton. I'm actually reading Syphilis right now.
That's what you're doing with your accounts.
I know it's almost poetic that I'm reading it at that point. Yeah. But yeah, I would like to say that my comeback starts the next episode, but it might be the 10th.
We should have said that like every episode.
That's why I said I would like to
Don't
say.
bring him down. We need to support him in these trying times.
Underdog stories, we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth there. Come December's episode, it'll all be on the line. We'll all see what happens. Will Tristan redeem himself and get back to Final
Will
Fantasy
he get
statue?
above 0?
What new
Will-
name will he
will-
have for that month?
Will Connell send a video in of him not getting back to Final statue? Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, Connell got his One Piece Volume 1 edition. We'll see.
Yes. Oh my god, that's what I have to buy you.
Yep.
Oh, will Tristan flee the country? Find out in the next episode.
I'm Dragon Ball Z.
Bonus episode, will William get his Dark Souls 3 statue?
Dragon. Yeah, that is. I forgot about that.
Oh, December's gonna be it's not gonna be your month, man. I'm telling you that much.
clean, fun.
Here, honestly, guys, like I felt like I got some abuse on this episode. See the next episode of the Game Club. Like I feel like I'm gonna get some dogs abuse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming for you.
Yeah, because like remember I thought everybody would enjoy a wee bit of Ninja Gaiden. Fuck me, was I wrong?
Worst tutorial known to mankind.
I
Yeah.
thought it was alright. I'm kinda on your
Yes.
side.
That's all it was. It was all right.
Section. This is a section from the last episode. We don't know if it's a fan favorite yet, but I'm gonna predict it is because William did it, and he's my little cherub.
Yep.
Aww.
That's
This
the best
section is
one.
called Underworld. And this is where Will decides what game he feels underrated, and he has to try and sell it to the group and to the audience.
Well, I think I've already sold these. I have mentioned it before in the podcast. I did recommend it before, but this time I'm going to actually talk about it. It is one of my
Yeah.
favorite role-playing games of all time. It is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, released in 2004.
I thought it was Mass Effect Andromeda. Sorry, I fucking wrote the wrong thing down.
No, that's second.
No, that's
second.
going on. That's going on.
That's a second.
Let me scroll
No.
out. Sorry.
Yeah,
No. Darn it.
yeah.
How about that?
This game takes place in the World of Darkness Vampire the Masquerade setting, which a lot of these people know since I'm running a tabletop game of that, which is going fun for them. Won't say any bit more about that.
No comment.
Many comments.
I have played some games of Vampire the Masquerade because William has introduced me to it. I
No, can
played
we
the.
just
It's such a deep franchise. There's so much.
Can we
more.
please?
Yeah.
Can we please just say it on the podcast now? Tristan was invited for one session. We're still recovering from the one session.
I think it was
I'm
like
not
4
even
months- like 3
kidding.
months
It
ago.
was it was so long.
Oh, that session was done an hour before we recorded the 5th episode, by the way,
That's
guys.
great.
Just for-
That's great.
William gave me one assignment, come in, disturb shit.
And
think I might have done
it was amazing.
Connell almost lost an arm. Chris just kept getting knocked out.
But for those who don't know,
Someone
the actual
murdered,
game
like,
setting,
multiple children.
essentially Vampire the Masquerade in World of Darkness is pretty much modern. It is modern day. Everything is the same for us humans, but vampires exist and live in the night. Their job is to not be spotted by humans. They have what's called the Masquerade, and that is the rules they have to follow in order for humans not to spot they are real, because humans will just kill them. There's different section stuff. In this game, you play as a young little fledgling, as in you were literally... The game opens with you getting turned by having sex with your sire. And then the moment you're done having sex, somebody kicks down the door and throws a stake into you and your sire. It is the first, 10 seconds. You then are, brought into pretty much like a theater where, you're about to be publicly executed. And you see a lot of the characters that you're going to be getting to know in the game. And the person called the Prince LaCroix, I believe, says that he will let you live if you do work for him. And that is the basis of the game. This takes place in LA. And if I remember correctly, all of the events that happen in this game actually are true to the lore of Vampire the Masquerade. As in the tabletop game, and this game's lore is one and the same. So characters that appear in this game appear a lot of the time in the rule books and stuff, especially for LA. And they have a lot of fan favorite stuff. I know Rodriguez, the Anarch character in this game, is a fan favorite by a lot of people. Little fun fact about that. In terms of gameplay, it is just a standard RPG. The main draw to this game personally is the dialogue options. Because the way it works is... Obviously, a lot of vampires in this game have different ways to dominate, seduce. Yeah, there's 3 main dialogue options. There is dominate, which is like a power. Yeah, and then seduce, and intimidate. And then there's also an extra one for Malkavian, which is be insane, which is obviously the best dialogue option. You can say funny things like telling people to kill themselves or just laughing at them. Or telling them they're a meatbag.
Tell them funny things. Kill yourself.
It is very funny. Especially since it is just a random shopkeeper you're saying it to.
That shopkeeper we interacted with.
You make him have a panic attack and start crying and stop selling stuff to you.
No, I would say, if mine can get on screen, I'll send her a photo of it. You were showing me how the text changes for each option too.
Yeah. So actually, in the dialogue box, it shows what you're gonna say, and it shows in different fonts and colors. Seduction is very cursive and pink. Intimidation is very bold and I think green, and then the Malkavian one's the etched in red, looking like blood. I think Dominator Persuasion's in blue. Very standard text. So in terms of story, there's in the base game there is 4 different endings you can get, if I remember correctly. But if you're playing this game, I'd recommend playing with the Clan Quest mod, which is done. I think you said, Tristan, before it was done by the developer of the game, right?
Yeah, one of the original developers went back and made a massive mod for the game.
So this mod includes, there's 7 different clans you can play, or 7 different classes, essentially. Each of their own unique play styles and powers. And the Clan Quest mod adds unique quests to each of them. My favorite one being the Malkavian's quest, which is you have to talk to a arcade box. It tells you to talk to a gargoyle, which tells you to talk to a desk. Then you get made fun of by a news anchor on TV, and then you have to kill somebody, I believe.
So an average day.
That's not the way to describe it.
Lovely.
Malkavians are like insane. The key stand all the clans, there's like a talkative one, which would be Toreadors and Adventurers. Those of you who just want to talk you out of every situation. There's like Magic, which is the Jameer. There's Melee, which would be Gangrel and Bruja. And then there's like two oddball ones, which are the Nosferatu and the Malkavian. The Nosferatu has a feature where if you're seen by a human, you get like a mark against the masquerade. If you get 5 marks, you lose the game, and you lose marks is by like say eating people in public and being seen and stuff like that. So you have to play in the sewers. You can't be seen by people as Nosferatu. And they have a hose for every map. There's a giant sewer system that connects to every single objective location, and every single building can be connected by the sewers or an alleyway. The Malkavian don't have regular dialogue. They just have insane ramblings. But if you play through the game on another playthrough, you'll realize every single line of dialogue the Malkavian says is foreshadowing for something to come. So they're really fun in the second playthrough.
The thing is, like, you would definitely, like, I think you would agree, you need mods to play this game nowadays.
You do, because what happened originally was they needed to get this out before Half-Life 2 at the time.
Yeah, it was the same engine.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That was the one of the first Source 2 games then, I believe.
Yeah, they were both in.
But yeah, the publisher said release this before Half-Life 2, so they're going to not get any sales. So they had to rush it, so the last 2 levels are just not done.
This was some of the team members and remnants of the original Fallout team at the Black Isle Studios stuff. This was some of the original team. What do you call it? Mike Keane and stuff worked on this.
Yep.
And then obviously, you know, like some of the most demons went to Obsidian after.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's a lot of this game's got a lot of deep roots in the Obsidian, which you can tell like they always.
The dialogue, if you ever played early Fallout,
always had the chops, you know what I mean? Like the dialogue, and even in the Obsidian's New Avowed and their Outer Worlds, the dialogue's always nailed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the dialogue's amazing, and it has that dark atmosphere that you expect from like that kind of writing.
I think too, isn't Avowed take place in Pillars of Eternity? It takes place in that world.
I don't know 100%.
Have you not played Pillars of Eternity? I thought that would be a game you better have.
Nope.
Oh, CRPG.
I've heard of it, but I just haven't got around to playing it.
Yeah.
But back to Vampire, I guess.
I was about to bring it back to Vampire.
Yeah. I did it.
The thing with this game we were talking about earlier, that the Bloodlines 2 coming out obviously eventually.
Yep. It's been months again delayed.
But like, the point is, this a good thing because the first game didn't get.
I just like the joke about it since it's been delayed since 2016.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't know if the delay obviously is a sign of trouble development too, because it's 3 studios.
Yeah, 3 studios. Yeah.
It's Chinese Room now is finally doing it, which they just released the game. I can't remember the name of it though. But it's being received well. But the Chinese Room is like, I think, the strongest developer to have it so far.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you're given the time.
It's funny that like for so long it was like the only marketing was like the guy sitting on the Ferris wheel. And that's just been completely removed now.
Yeah. Apparently most of the original Team Blacklight or something like that.
From what I heard, it was like the original studio was like a very new studio, like just out of like Unigrad studio.
They made a free-to-play shooter that launched on the PS4 called Blacklight Retribution, and I think that was one of the games they worked on.
I heard it like it must have been not that good if like they had to redesign the entire story.
Like, there was gameplay put out and stuff I actually thought was quite good. I think gameplay was put out in 2018.
Yeah. I remember the gameplay being put out as well.
The parkour movement system looked better than. I suppose if you compare it to the original gameplay, anything looks better.
Yeah, in terms of like, it's a very generic game at the heart of it. You're playing the game for its story more than its game. Like the gameplay, it's there, it's fun. A lot of the disciplines are fun, which are like the powers essentially. They have a cool mechanic where you have 2 bars. You have your health bar and you have your blood meter. Blood pretty much works in mana, like it does in most games, where you have to use a certain amount of blood for each of your powers. And then there's interesting powers, like the Jameer get one called Blood Boil, where you boil somebody's blood from the inside out, instantly killing them, making them explode, and killing other people around them. You know,
I think
fun.
it's like something from like DC or like Marvel or something like a villain.
Yeah, that's just an average
Like
Tremere power.
Screen show which Wanda blows up all them people.
Yeah, pretty much you can do that. I think there's like must be like a clip online of like you can like somebody comboed in like a small room, goes from just normal room with 2 staff guarding the door, completely red, covered in blood. And then
It's very good. I mean is it the mansion level?
oh, my favorite. It's like I think
Yeah.
it's the most well done ghost level in games.
Yeah, I would actually I can't think of a better one.
I won't spoil what happens, but essentially you're told by a person that they will help you with something if you go to this mansion because it is under, I believe what it was going to be knocked down and reconstructed as something else, and they wanted to keep the rights to it because it was a famous land piece. So your job is to go in and to get the keys, I believe, or get the deed or something like that, or maybe it's something like get this thing in the mansion, and pretty much you find out very quickly that it's a ghost possessing it, and the whole mission is you kind of getting flashbacks and discovering what happened in this mansion as it's slowly trying to these ghosts are trying to kill you. Very, very well done. It's actually like it's up there with some horror games of how well done it is.
It is like it felt like the one that got the most development time.
There are some
Like,
other
they're
like great missions. As
being
I
lost
said,
for
there's another mission later on in the game in Chinatown where you're pretty much tricked by hunters into like this death trap where they literally like you pretty much become like a little lab rat in experiments where they try to like find out what powers vampires have and stuff. And then it has like in terms of characters has some, I don't know if you remember the characters. There is weird I think it's Big Al. He sells guns. He has some great dialogues, such as, "Yeah, I know I'm a void, but I just don't care about it." And there's another character who you've probably seen clips of. He's like in the Chinatown. He runs like a little restaurant, and he's definitely not a Chinese spy, and definitely doesn't sell guns illegally. He is an American patriot citizen.
He just wants to run a small business, man.
It's so funny. All of his dialogues. Yes, I am American citizen. Please take this American gun.
No, I am not wearing wires. What do you mean?
He's just a Chinese soldier trying to pretend American. He's one of the best characters in the game. And then with the Clan Quest mod, pretty much how it works, you have like different cities which are their own unique maps where you do different objectives in it. Clan Quest mod adds a whole new one from the ground up built for it, where you can essentially join the bad guys and have like a bad ending or like a villain's ending. So it's one of the RPGs where you can literally do whatever you want. You have 3 factions. You have the Camarilla, which are like the follow the rules. You follow the prince's rules. You all about order. Anarchs, which are about freedom at any cost. You break the rules. And then Sabbat, which are about vampires should rule over humans. And the game will let you choose any one of these 3 factions to follow. And it never really feels forced anything. So there's like a time and you're told to do this objective, but you have the dialogue option just to say no, I don't want to. If you do and you keep pressuring into this, the person who gives you the quest stands up and literally uses the dominate power on you, and the text turns to the color that normally dominate power uses, and you see the effect on them, and then they order you to go do the mission. When all your text options say yes, I will obey, and then you can complain later about him using that on you.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's such a good RPG.
Why is it
Sorry?
I says it's been such a while since I played it. Like if I get a good PC or laptop, I'll
You don't even need a
definitely,
good
like,
one. It's so old you can run
Yeah,
it. You can run it pretty much anything.
Yeah, that was frick, bring back my respawn that game years ago.
And it also has the scariest werewolf encounter in any game. If you ever
What do you
played that
mean?
far.
Yeah, I didn't know. I beat the whole game. I remember.
So you're essentially I'm not going to say the reason why, but you're brought to like this lighthouse, I believe, like
Yeah.
clock tower, in like an abandoned island. You don't know why, and you find out the person you're there with literally a werewolf comes from out of nowhere and throws this guy like across the entire screen, and you have to survive for 5 minutes. You cannot do any damage to the werewolf, and he will like kill you in 2 hits. It is a section where you just have to hide. You can kill it, however. I think you have to trap it and crush it. But the easiest way is to just survive.
I mean, is there any benefits for killing it?
Yeah, you don't die.
Oh.
Might be one.
Yeah.
Story progression sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like you can survive. You can either hide for 5 minutes and it gets distracted and runs away, or you can kill it. You have that choice.
Okay.
But it is very difficult to set up the kill, and it will like. So how damage works in this game? There's 2 types of damage, similar to the tabletop game. You have regular health damage, which just goes down normally, and then you have what's called aggravated damage, which is shown in yellow. Health damage you'll just regen over time, and then aggravated damage can't be regened. You have to use a blood bag to get rid of it.
Okay.
And the things that cause aggravated is like other vampire abilities cause it. Like fire will cause it a lot of the time. The werewolf causes it. Feeding on a type of person you're not supposed to feed on will cause it, which is another feature. Where in order to get blood, you can feed off people, but the best way to feed off people is to sneak up on them in alleyways or use dominate to convince them to follow you. But if you play as certain clans, you can't eat certain people. So eventually you can't feed on homeless people because they feel they're above them. And if you do, you don't get any blood and you get like a sick bonus. Toreadors can't feed on rats. But Nosferatu get bonus blood from rats. There's a lot of like small little details that add to this game just being so in depth.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely it definitely would be a must play, like I said, among video games.
I'd always say it's like one of the best RPGs.
Yeah, I am going to
If
pick
you're
it
an
up. Like.
RPG fan, best RPG fan. Yeah, that was. Any closing thoughts?
Play the game. It is pretty cheap in most key sites. It's pretty like the amount of mods. We only talked about Clan Quest mod. There's a bunch of other ones. There's ones that add brand new clans. There's ones that add new missions. There's so many things to play this game for. And I've replayed it about 4 times, and I'm thinking of replaying it a 5th time after talking about it. And every time it's a new experience.
Well sold it themselves again.
I just do it this myself.
So that was Bloodline the Masquerade. Vampire the Bloodline Masquerade, made by Troika Games, released 2004. So, like Will said, you can get it pretty cheap in Steam and stuff.
Yeah.
There's probably always sales going on for it.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
plus, a big time to get into the series too, within next year.
Yeah, playing it before Bloodlines, which is set in Chicago, which is the
Yeah.
currently tabletop game I'm running for Uslot. And it actually, once again, similar to Bloodlines, it takes the lore of Vampire and like sets it in the world. That'll be interesting. Although the one downside I have of Bloodlines 2 is that there's only 4 playable clans on launch. The original game had 7.
Yeah, that's been scaled down, but like we said, by the trouble development and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Vampire the Blood Masquerade, and that was another section of Underworld.
Yeah.
Moving on to, I'm just mentally preparing myself for this next bit.
Oh no.
So I brought. This is the next bit is Tristan's hot takes.
I actually don't either.
Yeah, cause I told, we were on Discord calling, right, me and Jonathan. I told him what the next episode of Hot Takes was. He was so outraged, but he thought it would be funny if you guys didn't know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's good.
I want to see you guys get angry.
The first argument he brought to me was, that's personal opinion, and I had to remind him what the section was called.
I'm sick of you not spending straight facts.
Giving us
And
your
that's
personal
all it is.
opinions and the personal opinions.
Chris, if you're not spending straight facts, don't give anything at all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so this is another segment of Tristan's hot takes. The episode 6 hot takes will, as we're recording, will go up this Friday. So people will have their opinions on that. We were talking about Assassin's Creed and favorite characters. This one I think is going to be a bit hotter and maybe more controversial. But I generally do believe this, and I suppose your guys' thing is to make me not believe it. So I believe, and I mean this sincerely, there's no joking here, that shmups, shoot 'em ups, are the greatest genre in video games.
Is this after what I said to you? Is this why you did this one? You were just mad at what I said to you last episode?
I don't remember last episode. Go ahead.
When I
I'm
said
listening.
when they're all just the exact same game, just in a different
Oh
way.
yeah. No,
One sometimes they
do you
go
know
up
what?
and down instead of left to right. Genre
I
defining.
must have been so annoyed by that it burned into my soul. So
I must
I just
talk
had to,
about this.
I just had to dispute every single part of me. William a soul, by the way, is something that no one will have.
Drew,
All
I was
right.
born without it.
I mean, that's
Oh yeah, bring it on. What's your?
How is it the best compared to
Yeah, I was going
literally
to
any
ask,
other
give
genre?
reason for why you think it's the best.
I think it's the best because it's the most optimally designed genre. Right?
Simplistic.
It's simplistic, but it's base video game. It's the foundation of what video games are. Like, you know, that risk reward feedback, challenge, replayability. Uh, arguments that were brought up already about this was that obviously you're saying it's simplistic. There's so much depth in that simplicity. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah, you get to choose.
like-
You get to dodge not only the pink projectiles, but sometimes the red ones too.
And you can actually shoot as you move.
yeah. Well, I don't consider those arguments because what you're saying is about the core. We're talking about the core design of those video games. Are, you know, there can be dodging bullets and stuff. That's just not always the case for those for shmups. There's things called cute 'em ups, which are obviously have a cute aesthetic, but they're different goals and different things. Like I have beat 55 shmups in the past. I beat 55 shmups this June.
Is this just more talking about your addiction than anything else? Like,
Yeah. Well, that's what this whole segment's about. It's me.
Brother, this is a cry for
I
help!
think this is just a cry for
It's a
help.
cry for help!
Because I've loved every
It's
single minute
okay,
of
just
it.
there's
Like,
other games out there.
Tristan, we're gonna see you next time. You're gonna have like
we're
stream
gonna,
up.
we're gonna feed
tap
you
you on your
3
arm.
doses of Last of Us and Last of Us 2, and you'll be back to normal.
I mean,
honestly,
I don't know.
I have played some games now, right? And I'm telling you, like you knew my obsession with Ico Rigor before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I found out from playing all these games is actually a very unique shmup.
It is.
Because you could
You
change
argue
color.
that- Yeah, but people argue that's not actually that's not the part they find unique. By the way, that's not the unique part of Ico Rigor. The unique part of Ico Rigor is how the score system works.
Oh,
thing is
the
about-
numbers are different.
I genuinely think
play
this is
games-
an
you play
opinion.
games-
I think it's just an opinion you form because you played the game. Because
Yeah,
you're
I
playing
think
the
this
game.
is you
so much
being
of it,
addicted. I think
yeah,
like in 6 months' time, when you're over this, you like.
it'll be
You know,
different.
What I
that's
think is
probably,
me
like,
every
you know,
time
I
I'm
like
doing
these.
it,
I like these
drop it.
games, but they're not my favorite.
No, I'm telling you that they're the best design genre. I generally believe that, and it's not just it's me. You can believe what it want, but I'm telling you this is what I generally believe because they are. You're telling me about the numbers go up. You play Borderlands, you love Borderlands, right? If you really think about what is the best genre in your opinion,
Me,
Character action.
tactical strategy.
tactical strategy. Why?
I don't know, it's commanding units and stuff, and be able to think.
No.
No, but like it's so
Tactical defense
no,
model,
no, but like if I like tactical strategy because of the in-depthness to it, like with XCOM, like fighting different aliens and stuff, and like getting
Yeah.
new equipment and
But there are-
counteracting that.
What XCOM is doing is XCOM is using its numbers and base systems in order to establish hit feedback. Like, you know, like the whole like comes down to the numbers. About, you know, like, oh, you have 90% chance to shoot, you miss that, and it's like that intense moment, you know. It's that feedback loop, risk reward system. Like,
But
should I?
I could actually argue the numbers in XCOM actually mean whether you beat the mission or not, right? 90% chance to hit, you hit and you kill the enemy, or you don't. What does the score matter in a shmup other than I just got a bigger number than last roll?
Because it's based on the stab. The whole thing is about getting the higher number, but that's not all it is. You get the score, and you can get the scores. That's not the base of shmups. That's just an outside view of it. What I'm telling you is that the way that shmups are designed is the best part of the genre because they go down to each fundamental about every shmup I've played. Right, even some bad ones. The really bad ones don't understand this, but most of them do understand that the core design of a video game is the reward and sense of challenge, risk reward systems, right? Doesn't count for every single game, obviously, right? There's obviously some games you just play like, you know, like Walk Simmers, you're playing for atmosphere and stuff like that. With
Yeah,
shmups, for most video games, you're playing for core feedback loop. And I'm saying the shmups have the core feedback loop. And yeah, I've played a lot of shmups recently, but I'm actually not the most.
55.
Yeah, 55. I've beat 55 games now. These are short, half an hour sometimes to beat, an hour sometimes to beat. There's one I'm playing right now. It's taking more than a bloody half an hour to beat. I tell you that much.
Whoa.
It's so.
A
I
full R.
Holy.
right. So
What's 24 so far?
forgetting about genre comparisons, I genuinely think this is an age thing now
Yeah, I think
because
it's
you
really
haven't
short.
got you haven't got the time to sit down with long time with games anymore and enjoy them to completion as much
So,
as
but
you want to.
Well, with
We're
Jonathan,
living in
what Jonathan
2024, but you're stuck in the
about popularity,
1980s.
What?
right?
Huh?
Most popular. Jonathan's argument was at the time. I don't know if he still stands by it, but he's like, it's not true because that's not the most popular video game.
I don't know
He's
why
like,
you're taking
shmups are not.
John's argument as ours.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying that. Let me finish, and I'll tell you why. I said that's his argument 3 times, by the way.
I know that what I'm saying is that like that's not the best person to base our argument on.
Yeah, I know. But you're saying about that the reason I'm not, about time and stuff. Obviously, yeah, I don't have as much time as I used to, right? I'm saying about shmups for feedback. I think they're the best genre. They're not my favorite. I said that at the start. They
Yeah,
are the
I
best.
know what you mean. Best genre. I think there are genres that like, even at
Yes.
their worst, I feel are on average better than a shmup.
I think for games design, shmups are the best genre. They are
Yeah,
not my favorite.
I
You don't
think
really
like
know what my favorite would be.
I prefer like even the worst of the worst FPS games. I think they still have fun mechanics and aiming and shooting and the dopamine rush of that. I'd prefer them over a shmup as a
Yeah, well,
genre.
Yeah.
that's what
I
I'm
would go to
saying.
League over
Shmups,
Shmup like
And
like
MOBA,
shmups.
you said
So,
MOBA would be a better genre over a shmup.
yeah.
I'd also say
right.
that it has more stuff going on. There's more to think about. It's not only just your. I'd say it's a lot of reactionary stuff in shmups, right? The having to dodge.
That's not what shmups are though. They're not reactionary. Yeah,
Would you have a
they're.
long term
I
thought?
would believe they weren't too, but they're not reactionary based.
I
You're
would argue
absolutely.
Igu I would argue Igugu would be.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
reaction time and
The thing
short-term
is,
enjoyment.
it's the reactionary thing isn't a factor. I thought it was too until you get into them and you play them. And then it's not about your reflexes or stuff like that. It is about obviously the patterns and stuff you have to like you look at and you
For
memorize
pattern
and stuff and
recognition.
yeah, but
Mm.
it's more about like you start noticing design trends of what shmups use and then you look at other games like I've noticed my favorite one of my favorite studios, Mark, right? They took the core of shmups, like that core design, and made Returnal, which
Returnal's
I
perfect.
think a masterpiece of a game.
That's brilliant.
Right? It took the core fundamentals of shmups, that perfect, I think, perfect design to be honest, and has integrated it into like a more like third person action game.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. They done a great job with integrating that quite well.
Exactly, but they've realized that shmups, which they've made their own shmups. There's Matterfall, and they always have a twist. It's not just a shmup thing. Like it's not just the as you say, William, the ship going left or right or up and down, like whatever. But the core design of that is the uh, quick feedback loop. Obviously, like be that the score system. Some shmups don't even have score systems because that's not the most rewarding part. It's just it's like an old arcade. It's like do you know like the way legacy
Yeah.
legacy part of it? Where like like games like in first person shooters, for example, they used to have health packs.
Yeah.
It's just a generation regen. That's like a legacy feature, like most games now. And now they're finally starting to swap between them. You know what I mean? Like so I prefer the health pack system. I think it's much more
Like
rewarding.
the newer Doomsday.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. But that's the whole health generation was a legacy thing. That's what every game had to have it. And it's like more like the scoreboard is because you see like in games like Doom Eternal, it has scoreboards. You know what I mean? It's that arcade thing, and because scoreboards are an essential part of because games started out in the arcade. That's where they started.
I'm gonna
And
say like a truth of this that I think you're starting to notice, but you will more down the line. I'd say roguelikes have become the new shmups and have evolved the genre, and you're going to become addicted to roguelikes, and in a few maybe episodes, maybe years, you're going to say the same thing about roguelikes.
I don't think so because I've played more I know I was having played more of roguelikes, right? But I have played so much shmups at this point, and I haven't found fundamental flaws with roguelikes. I have
What would you say are fundamental flaws of roguelikes?
roguelikes are inherently repetitive because they're longer, and some of them feel bloated.
I mean, repetitive because they're long. I mean, not really. The
I
whole
would say
point.
I would say like take for bullets per minute.
Yeah.
Right? I think that game is bloated. I don't think there should have been 2 stages of each level.
I think it was really well paced. I
No,
think
I felt
it's something like I think it's
where
really well
one
done.
stage from each level. I hated doing the like
I mean,
I
that's
hated
just
doing
you
this.
not liking longer term games. Like
But
roguelikes,
that's
you
not
jump
true.
in for 20 to
I'm,
30 minutes, like 30 minutes per
I
run.
don't think that argument stands for the amount of hours I put into single player games, and I still do. Like my
But the
last
But
playthrough
do you
of
play single player games in those long hours bursts?
yeah, no, but my last playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 1, by the way, which was 3 months ago, I put 120 hours into that
What I'm
game.
saying is that roguelikes you have to put in like say an hour to each run, say, or like you have to put in that time each burst of gameplay.
Well, I got my run time down for bullets per minute until for 32 minutes I could beat that game.
But like initially, were you getting that?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the point where I feel like the game was bloated because by the time I got to the like the core of it, the challenge and stuff, and I understood the mechanics, I didn't feel rewarded anymore by going through 2 stages. When I played that game enough, I went right. I realized that what I wanted is actually just slim this down a bit, cut off a wee bit of fat,
But if you never
and I think
played
we
like
just
a map and be like after like say a good few hours of playing it over and over again, be like, okay, I just know this is stage
not
one.
you think that I'm playing Restorm right now, and that game has 8 levels, right? It's just prime rib to me. There's no fat. You know what I mean? It introduces a mechanic, uses a mechanic, and then that mechanic gets used to its full extent, and then it's dropped.
But would you play a shmup for as long as you played Bullets Per Minute?
I put over 100 hours in the Gurga, so
With
yes.
Egan Ruger, have you ever felt like, oh, it's just this level, let me just get to the end of it so I can get to this next one?
Never felt like I got any of the 6 levels in the Gurga.
Any?
No, I'm serious, honestly.
it's just
Like,
an easy
other
game
Yeah,
too.
true.
other shmups, William, I've actually made that mistake. I was playing one,
I would actually argue then there are
Sunbird.
roguelikes where I would.
Like,
There are roguelikes where I would have the same reaction as you. Like Risk of Rain, say. Every
yeah,
run, no matter the level, I'm still enjoying it as much as I ever did. BPM maybe is
exactly.
like one of the like lower. I'd actually say BPM as a roguelike isn't actually one of the better ones, but it's still really
Yeah,
good. That's why I'm saying like
but
as a whole genre,
yeah.
I think it's better overall than
I
Shops.
think that it has potential to be right. I would agree there. But what I think is that the genre is too much bloated by, uh, from what I've seen, is like take Dead Cells for example. It's a roguelike.
Yeah,
It has a crazy loot system,
it does.
which to me, because obviously this is my personal opinion, that would bloat the game.
It does. Connell, you've been playing it. I don't think it
Just
does.
worry.
I
Think that
for me, the uniqueness of roguelikes is that the more you play it evolves as you go along. So the whole sort of argument that, some should like trim it down, I don't think so, because if you trim it down then it takes away the experience that you got earlier on in the game.
I,
And you know,
but I'm saying like my initial, like the initial playthrough. Like after you beat the first game of roguelike, like we can both agree. I think we can all agree that shmups and roguelikes are inherently supposed to be replayed.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah,
replayable
yeah.
genres.
Yeah.
The thing
When
is,
I
like with
sorry, go.
shmups in general, shmups in general, I think they probably do the design way pretty good, but I just think like oversimplicity for a lot of people just doesn't do it, especially with like newer titles. Even like I don't play all the newer biggest games, but like even the smaller ones I play, like you want a bit of like, I don't know, like innovation, something new and interesting. Smups, like, and they don't get me wrong, I love Contra and stuff. Like, I love the shit out of Contra. I can go back and play Contra whenever, but I could sit down and play Contra for maybe a day or two, get the experience I wanted, and then. But with the likes of like any other game genre, so say Fire Emblem for example, I could play Fire Emblem and keep wanting more. With Smups in general, I don't think it delivers that I want more. Maybe it's different in your case now, obviously after playing
Yeah,
55 now, but I don't think it gives
I'll
you.
get 10 more this week.
Yeah, I
So
don't think it gives you. I want more of this game. It gives you. I want more of this genre, which is different.
No, it doesn't give me more because like if you 55 of those games I played, there is 3 I am playing constantly, and I have 100% of them, and I'm still going back. No, I can't. I've got the 100%, and I am still going back. And I'm just like, well, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here now, right? And I'm like thinking, I could have a few rounds. You know what I mean? Because the feedback loop is so perfect. I'm talking about like Gradius is one. Gradius is actually like the one that's called like like the original starter made by Konami. And the thing with that game is like it's like how the hell did you get so much right in your first go?
Could you
So
see if,
rewarding.
like, can you safely say after playing 55 of these that they're all unique to a point where they're different? Do you know what I mean?
I would say the vast majority of them have unique mechanics that make them stand out. I would say I would say yeah, I would say maybe about 45% of them.
I'd
It's
honestly say, in like maybe not now, obviously, because you haven't played that many. But if you start getting addicted to roguelikes, you will start to see the similarities and how like roguelikes are just like evolved version of shmups.
I think
See,
Hades
I
will
can tell
shift
by
this.
now that I won't.
What?
I think Hades will shift it.
I think Hades will as well.
I don't think Hades will because I already have issues with it.
See,
Because
the thing is,
I
like,
feel like there's too much currencies. It's like I feel like there's too much. I like what I do like is, and I wish I suppose Bullets per Minute did this in a sort of way if you had the right equipment. So I actually like that. When you get the dwarf bracelet, William, and it would reveal the map,
Yeah.
so you could see who's was which. But I do like the way Hades does it is where it tells you you're going to get a key in here, you're going to get this in here. Choose.
Yeah.
I like that. But there is too many currencies, and there's just it just feels a bit bloated in some aspects. Like the whole why am I? Like, I think it's fun, I guess, in a certain extent, but I'm not going to put my all into it unless I'm required for trophies. Do you know like the way you can upgrade the visual look of the
Yeah.
yeah.
place? I'm like, why am I spending my stuff on there? Like, what actual
Well,
upgrades?
They actually
Too,
do
it's
get
like
benefits.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing is too. Like the other thing is like I don't. I was talking to Chris about this the other day. He was talking about a skill tree. Hades does the skill tree thing, and I'm not the biggest fan of the. This does 10% more damage. This does like the incremental increases for a roguelike. It makes more sense, so I kind of tolerate it.
Hmm.
But like with bullets per minute, it didn't. It didn't give you like a percentage stat. It was just like you're faster now, you're faster, and I loved it. I think
Well,
that it for me.
Hades has that in run, and what you're talking about is the out of run upgrade, like the overall upgrades to your character in the mirror, right?
I'm talking about the in-run
Yeah.
upgrades because they're like all 20%
Yeah,
in-run upgrades.
The mirror ones.
No, not the mirror ones. The mirror ones I like. That's outer run.
Oh, the like
The-
god upgrades.
Yeah, the god upgrades are like 10%, 5% on your die, and it's like there's just some of them I'm like, and there's like epic rarity and stuff and all like that. I'm just like, it just feels like bloat to me.
The point of that is to level them up, though. That's the whole point.
Yeah, no, and I have been, and that's how I kill Meg and stuff. But it's like to me, it's like the core, the fun of that game. The reason I'm getting addicted is the like the core gameplay, the core gameplay loop of me throwing the shield. It's not the getting those incremental upgrades. It's like throwing the shield.
It never is roguelikes. It's those upgrades enhance the core gameplay because they add all these new fun things on top of it.
Well, to me, like shmups give you that. Shmups give you the fun things at the start, and it's your job then to use them to the best of your ability in all different unique ways.
I mean, roguelike
Like-
starts off with like a fun base, and then it's more adding on to this fun base throughout the run.
Like, take it for example, from the very start of the game, Dragon Saber, which is a shmup, right? What you can do is you can I'm using this in arcade sticks. I'm trying to remember the controls. What they would actually be. So you're on a dragon, right? And it's top down, and you and the dragon shoot at the same time when you hold the shoot button, right?
All right.
When you kill enemies, they can drop silver coins, and then that's the score system coins, right?
Okay.
But what you can do is you can fly off your dragon, like you can press square, and your dragon will launch forward into like the dash attack, like in Hades, right? And that can take out enemies. But if the dragon does a melee like dash attack to the enemies, right? He will cause the enemies to burst into gold coins, so that's more points, right? And then you can still fire separately from your dragon. All you have to do is press the return button, which is like I think a square, and then the dragon will come back to you. But you can also leave your dragon there, and he will continuously fire. So for me, that would be like an upgrade in a roguelike. You know what I mean? That's giving you the start of the game, and it's like, right,
I mean,
like there's
like, even with the shield, because you have with Hades, you have your charge attack, you have your normal attack, then you have your I think shield is unique, and then you have like
Throw.
a throw, and then you have your what are they called? Like the
Nice trick.
not that dash strike, and then what else? There's like the things you can throw on enemies.
the crystals thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
the blood
yeah,
spears.
those which
Blood
can
spears.
you can.
I'm still learning how they. I don't want spoilers how they work. I'm still trying to figure out
Yeah, but
myself.
like those, but like you have all that core system, and you can beat like people have done. There's unique stuff. You can beat Hades without any upgrades.
Yeah, but then the enemies just become bullet sponges.
Nah,
But
not really.
they actually offer unique dialogue and stuff for doing it. It's not like an empty challenge,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
No, I don't. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that challenge, but it just they feel like enemy
it
sponges.
comes down to like how well you can combo the enemies then. Because
See, the argument-
every weapon can be comboed in different ways, and if you learn the
Yeah.
combos of weapons, it improves how fast you can kill enemies.
You can have multiple weapons at once.
It's the same weapon, but you can combo with it, and also there's very
Yeah,
spoilers.
I get that, but
There's
like
so much
I
I
think
want
we're
to say about Hades adds onto it, but it is spoilers.
yeah. What I would say is that my main thing is like about the like Dragon Saber. What you can do basically is that remember the way I said you can launch the
And then
dragon and
even outside, different rogue Risk of Rain, you have everything at the start as well, and it's just
Yeah.
yeah. So Risk of Rain does it well,
yeah.
but it's that's what I'm saying. So, but we're comparing Hades obviously because that's the game I'm currently playing.
Yeah,
It's a
but like
roguelike.
Risk of Rain is a roguelike. Does it well?
But what Risk of Rain does is the incremental changes, but they're massive. Hades is like
I
when you
argue not really.
well when one of the first items I got in Risk of Rain, right, and I continue to get these massive 200%. I don't mind that. Like when it's kind of ridiculous
Like
what
the
you're
white
getting.
rarity stuff. The way it also has a rarity system. White rarity is like percentage
Yeah, like,
increases
the
stuff.
first weapon I got in Whisker Rain 2, which that's why one of the reasons I loved it was it halves my health and I double my damage. Just a simple,
shard of glass. Yeah.
Yeah,
just a
Risk of
simple.
Reward was really good.
It in shmups, which the design of most of the core design of upgrades is based on shmups because those are obviously the first ones to do it. You know that way?
Yeah, the
Right?
first.
Yeah. So the what do you call it? The way the shmups work is like you just get there's a power up when you kill an enemy, and sometimes it'll randomly drop. It's based on percentage of
Yeah.
amount of enemies killed in time on frame and stuff, and power-ups, and then you just shoot more bullets or whatever, or wider shots or stuff. Like games like Raiden do, there's two different types of projectiles. One is a straight beam, one is like a spread shot. It's just like Connell says, there's a simplicity to it, but it's about that pump. I think what shmups do great about that is, it's simple design, but it's endless to me. Like where like I've played 55 games now. Obviously, there's thousands more, and each one does it. I couldn't say that's the exact same as that game. Obviously, you're going to run into that from any genre.
I could make the same argument you are with roguelikes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the argument that I'm saying is that I think. Are you saying that roguelikes is the best genre in video games?
Yep.
Okay, well then there you go. I'm saying shmups are the best genre. Roguelikes
Your
have.
hot take with my hot take.
I don't think yours would be a more hot take, to be honest, because
I actually think
roguelikes
more
is like
people will agree with me.
Yeah, 100%. That ain't what the segment's about.
What we learned is I have better takes than you. Makes sense.
Yeah, well, what I would say is like, I don't think. I was almost about to spoil what the next thing was.
Oh no!
Well, you kind of already did, but
Yeah, can we?
fuck it. We've talked about it enough. Yeah, go.
It's our podcast. We knew what we want.
Yeah. So next month's game picked by me is Ikaruga. I don't think this is going to help my argument anyway because Ikaruga is a different.
Well, not.
I could have given you guys a better shmup if I wanted to get you in shmup, but I just kind of wanted to share a great game I love.
Do you know what? We'll go back to this. Next podcast, I'll play Contra as well.
So, how about this? Tristan's Hot Takes Part 2, next episode.
Next episode, I will play
What
more roguelikes.
Next episode, I should have Hades Platinum, so we will see.
John, Will, and me will go play a shmup of our choice.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play more roguelikes to have a more foundation from my own.
Well, no one needs you to play more video games.
I'm not gonna follow the playing field. I'm just gonna like overpower myself.
I 100% agree.
I will come back
right.
to this. I will play Contra, and then
I think
I will.
we'll all be more prepared next episode.
Yeah. I still think
we
I'm
talked about for
standing firm.
30 minutes.
We put up good arguments for having no idea what your hot take was.
Genuinely, I still stand that this is because he's played the amount that he has. But we'll see next episode.
I feel like I give good reason.
I'm catching up to you with the amount of roguelikes I've played.
Yeah. So, moving on to the next section. We'll come back to that next week or next episode. I keep doing next week like we do a weekly podcast.
Stay tuned next week.
Talking these every week would be painful.
Oh
Yeah.
no, 100%. Yeah, we do that, but like,
yeah, but like, I'm not really paying
How many-
attention.
William, let's make this more clear. Us recording ourselves every week, we'd all be in jail.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are
I-
you doing on your camera?
So 3 weeks of the month, we get all the toxic behavior out, and then we record an episode, and then we back at it again.
Masculinity.
It still seeps in though.
Like, we've
Masculinity.
already had a weird political rant already, so.
Listen,
Oh my
these
God.
And
woke,
then we've already
these
discovered that John hates lesbian but loves gay men.
yeah, these woke liberals want us to be censored, and I'm not having it.
We are a right-wing podcast. How dare you?
Oh.
This is Trump's America now, boy.
Make Ireland great again.
I can't do this no
Make
more.
Ireland great again. Anyway,
Oh.
You put the orange in the orange of the Irish
Well,
flag.
you literally went on a rant about lesbians and white girls for 10 minutes. Sheesh.
but we bring up one Protestant, and all of a sudden it's an issue. Right. Moving on to the next section, and we're not going to be any more polite about this game. I think we all have strong opinions here. This episode's game club is Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight.
We've all played and beat Shovel Knight. Some of us did it in one
Yes.
sitting
After we told you to, and you deleted your save
because
file.
we were originally supposed to record. Well, there was no fucking point me doing that.
Well, I argue that you said yours is 2, but okay.
What?
Wait, what do you
Tristan
mean?
didn't beat his in one session. He had to do it in 2. Sure, he was already playing it, and then he deleted it and started a new save.
That's a sin.
Oh, I
being
made it
weird.
in one sitting. I beat it in one sitting because I started a new save.
My strong opinion in this game. That's alright.
Accept that.
Yeah, that's alright.
I just want to, you know, put in a wee different game in.
This was Jonathan's pick, by the way. I forgot to
Yeah,
say.
Jonathan's
Yeah, hello,
once
hello.
again.
Yeah.
After Slave Zero, now this.
Listen, that was a half pick from me and Tristan, and he hated it. So like, what am I meant to do there?
I honestly, I'm still so excited. I think that game will be my game of the year when I finally pick it up.
Slave Zero.
You were so mad when you first started.
Because the trophies were glitched. Have we met?
No, it's so funny because me and Tristan were sending a call. Like this is going all the way back to March time, and we were like getting ready to play a game. 5 minutes in, the trophies aren't working. I'm done, and he like just
I deleted it and moved away.
It was the most short-lived enjoyment I've ever seen this man.
And I'm done.
I don't know. I
Shovel
thought
Knight.
Shovel Knight was alright.
That's alright.
I get the hype, right? I get it. But did they play the second half of this game?
I think it has a really, really strong first half and then falls off massively in the second
Phenomenal.
half.
I
No,
think
'cause
mid.
it's been like start and
What?
mid. I think we're good, but the end just lackluster.
Yeah.
One of the worst final boss fights I've ever
I can't
fought.
remember any of any of the like basically the areas are split up into like you have to fight 3 to 4 knights in each section before you can move on to the next
Yeah,
part of the
I
map.
remember like the original ones because they were like Plague Knight, you had King Knight.
Spectre Knight,
Yeah, but I
yeah.
don't remember
Spectre
any
Knight.
of the other ones from the other side.
I actually remember them all, but I think like it literally the game was sitting at about a 7 for me until the final area. A fucking
It's 6?
ball.
Holy shit.
The
It's
worst
six.
mechanic
It's
in that game,
six.
I wonder if you two agree. I talked to John about this. You know the platforms you have to hit it to pick like a rainbow pathway for you to follow, and it slowly
Yes.
goes up.
Worst actions in the game.
Worst
Yeah.
section, yeah, it is
Worst section
so
in the game.
buggy that you just fall through the rainbow half the time. Then they put an enemy
Oh,
on it.
here!
I didn't have that issue.
That was my favorite level.
No, I'm talking
Wait,
about
what?
the final level. When it's
Oh,
brought
yeah.
back in the final level.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
bullshit. That's
When it's
level.
brought, I was bad enough initially, but it was brought back in the final level. It was like so because not only could you, if you fall off the platform, you can't save yourself. It rises to the top and you have to die. You cannot get it back
Yeah.
down.
What I give this game
Yeah.
out of 6?
Probably a 2,
No.
3.
3?
No.
I'd actually give it a 2.
I give it a 1.
1 out of
One?
6, which is okay.
The art style was inspiring.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, you felt inspired.
I think I actually liked the both sections of Nights for the first two sections. I liked the snow area, even though I'm not
Yeah,
a big fan of
I
like sliding
hated the
mechanics.
I hated
I
the
couldn't
ice
stand
area.
it, I'll be
See,
honest.
I thought I would have hated it more than what it did. Then it got the propeller night, and
Oh,
then
the
it
propeller section's even worse.
hate went away. The hate went
The
away.
background art's awesome.
What?
Background art of the propeller
Oh
knight's
yeah,
awesome.
back
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
to get there, it's beautiful.
I,
The
I,
light,
just,
beautiful sunset.
it just gave me like Mario vibes, with, like the Bowser, like flying fortresses.
Oh yeah, that's what it's heavily inspired by.
Yeah.
That 8-bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I,
it plays really well.
It
feels
does.
good to play.
I just hate that last boss. The fact that you have to like damage it. I don't know. Shield Knight just never moved right for me.
Shield Knight I think any game that has to have you rely on an NPC to do a specific
It's
task in a
stupid.
fight always makes the fight worse.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, it's
Like, it was,
just-
they just tried to force it for the
Because
narrative.
it removes your
Wasn't
skill
worth it.
from the game and relies on something
Yeah.
external you can't control.
Like, you're literally just praying for good RNG.
Yeah.
I
There's no skill
think
in
for
that.
me, worst area, and this is only because I hated it. It's probably tied between Tinker Knight and Propeller Knight.
Yeah, those
Main
two are pretty
reason,
bad.
Tinker Knight's
water
has a
level pretty
section-
much sucked too.
I didn't mind it.
It wasn't
Surprised
that
me.
bad. The water level wasn't as bad.
I
Felt
tried
like
the
a
game
juice-
twice for Polar Knight, the snow area. I
Polar
couldn't
Knight,
stand it.
I'd say Polar Knight or Propeller Knight, my least two favorite.
Who was
I
your
felt like the
favorite
water
knight?
levels jump was inconsistent though.
Who was your
Water
favorite
levels jumping.
Favorite level?
sorry.
Trying to think about
My favorite-
favorite level is
Mine?
probably King Knights, but
More the boss fight than the level itself.
yeah. My least
Plague
favorite
Knight.
boss fight is Plague Knights, just because of how
That was actually my
RNG
favorite.
because of how RNG the stage is, and there's just certain attacks
Yeah.
where if they set it up properly, you can't dodge it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
might
because
like
here's
Plague
my-
Knight as a character, but as a fight, it's just not fun because it's just RNG. And then
You might.
if they break the stage in the wrong way, they can get stuck in it, and there's just nothing you do.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. No, you might find it like a horrible reason for it, but whenever you get the tools in each stage, basically you go into a stage, you get a power up
Yeah.
where you find it after buying it. The bouncing ball one, I just
It's
felt it
so
was so
big.
fun to use against Plague Knight.
The bouncing ball is the most OP power up in the game. For the simple fact is you can spam it and shoot 2 at a time, and the way they bounce, if a boss is in the corner, you can hit them 4 times in one use.
It's like that's the thing. I have 3 favorite power ups. First of all, it was the bouncing ball. Second of all, it was like the propeller glove.
Yeah,
Third, it was the soul locket.
those are the 3 I use as well. Those 2 for
Oh,
yeah.
exploration, and then
Awesome.
the ball for the bosses, and I just like speed round bosses almost.
Yeah,
I think mine is Mole Knight or Frost Knight.
Was Frost Knight the guy, the
Polar Knight?
one where he
No, Shovel Polar Knight.
was Frost Knight the one for the snow level?
Yeah.
yeah.
His was well designed. I like that there were spikes underneath that, and you had to keep encountering.
I just didn't
was
like
right.
it at the end though, because whenever you have to do a boss gauntlet,
Yeah,
you,
no,
have
it's
insta
just
you have an insta kill mechanic. It's just never fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
it's not.
don't like
I
it.
thought that was- It took me 3 times 3 attempts to get past them. That boss gauntlet.
Actually,
on
one
my
time.
That
Oh,
then
my
again
second-
came with the RNG.
Yeah, because you
But yeah,
need
on
to
the
get him
second
early.
attempt, I fucking lost, and it insta kill me. I was like, "Oh, I'm done." I said,
Yeah.
"I'm done for the night." And then I came back. I think I left the Discord call after that because we were playing D&D before. Then
Yeah,
I joined, and I just went to William and Jonathan. I beat the game. Then I
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
popped into the call like 1:30 in the morning. I beat the game tonight.
It
I'll
was,
say-
yeah.
I'll say this: the wandering like boss fights were pretty fun.
Yeah, I did like all the side objectives, and then I don't know if you got it. I probably Tristan's not in the PS4 version, but did you get the Paddle Toads Easter egg?
No,
no, you were telling me I never got it.
So in the
What is
Hall,
it?
did you beat the Hall of Champions? Did you put
Yeah.
on? Did you turn on all the lights?
No, I turned it on. Yeah, I fought the ghost at the end.
Yeah. So after that, you go to the very far right, like the very far right secret room. There is like a little code in the wall, and there's like a little piece of paper you can pick up for the melody. If you
Yeah.
break the
Okay.
floor to the right there, you get a secret item which leads you to an Easter egg location where you find the Battletoads, and you have like, in Battletoads are like the mission where they zip line down.
yeah,
You can replay that mission as Shovel Knight, and it's the hardest and longest mission in the game.
That's class.
But I didn't beat it. I got like a quarter of the way through and died because they have like enemies to snip it, and it's like a whole unique mechanic. But yeah,
That's pretty cool. I would say the game would be a solid set. It would be a 7 if it wasn't for final boss.
I'd give
Here's
it
the
a
thing.
hard to late 5.
I would give it like a 5-4, but the thing is, the main reason I gave you guys a game was to do Treasure Trove, because I knew that maybe the other stories would have been better than the main one. Like, Playmates I thought would have been better.
Do you know, I liked it. No matter what, it was just, you know, the last sort of areas. But like for me, this is like really out of the box for me because I don't really play games like that anymore. The only thing I did was when I played Mega Man like back in the day. But
Yeah.
This was like supposed to be right up my alley, and it just didn't do it for me.
You were one of the people why I got it for, because I was like, I'm sure
Yeah,
Tristan
no,
likes
like,
it.
I've always like thought I would love it.
I was talking
and
to
it just-
John. I think I got the most enjoyment out of the game out of everybody. It's
I
at
know,
least
I
I
heard
really
Cole
did
Tristan
the
said he didn't
thing.
like it, and I was just like, wow.
Well, yeah, that was Shovel Knight.
All right.
I'm up there.
Yeah.
I'm up there with good picks.
Alright. I will point out that the next episode will not have such a common rational game club discussion.
Yeah, we're just
We'll not all
coming back
agree on
again.
it.
It's all right again.
Do you know what? Imagine I come back in the next episode and you're all like, Ikaruga is a masterpiece, just and you were right, and I
Yeah,
wake
we're
up.
already gonna come back. So it's like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. I know, I'll be alright with that. I'll be alright with that.
You just
We've gotta
recorded
get
it.
emotionally destroyed about Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, you brought out rage that day, I'll be honest.
I was trying to defend you somewhat, Ninja Gaiden, but I just couldn't.
It was the tutorial argument you lost, and you kept trying to revive it, and it's just you weren't winning it.
Didn't lose shit. So moving on to a fan favorite section. But if we're just being honest, we've dropped all pretense of the start of this. Recommendation. I don't even think we ever recommend anything anymore. Or damnation.
We sometimes do. It's just we don't like each
Yeah.
other.
So we once again, like we did in the 6th episode, we've pre-picked who we're going to pick. We established rules in the 6th episode. You'll hear about that soon. Probably chronologically fucked up the whole timeline
We
here.
sorted it out in advance. Is what we're.
We sorted out in advance. We're on episode 7. People will be listening to episode 6 Friday. Anyway. So, do a quick update where we're at. So, Connell, 3 out of 5. And Connell doesn't have anything to do until the next episode, which is Bayonetta.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, till 2 episodes, Bayonetta. Apologies.
2 episodes.
William?
Yeah.
We'll do you last, actually.
Oh.
Jonathan, you're on 1 out of 5? Oh, sorry, 2 out of 5?
Yeah.
You have, but for the next episode, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Hello Charlotte.
You should have left
And
it
for
the last month.
And for episode 9,
Yeah.
you have EMC 3 and I Must Die, which was established last episode. I'm on 2 out of 5. And for the next episode, I have Hades. And for the 9th episode, I have Hyperlight Drifter. Yeah. And then we'll get to William. So, as we established on the last episode, that you now have to play games.
Yeah, I just gotta
We talked about DBC. We talked about DBC background in episode 6. William had beat the game before, but not for the podcast. He just beat it years ago when it came out or whatever. So we've decided to mark William up. So breaking his streak of playing every Game Club game
Even though I played it.
Doesn't
in the
count.
past. After the Game Club.
He will die on this hill.
Last one almost. So William is now on 1 out of 5.
Oh my
However,
god, my record, no!
William also had to beat Celeste for this episode, and he did
to
not
be
do
fair,
that.
I never was going to do that. I played
At least
it, but I never played it. I was
So
gonna
now
say that
William is at 2 out of 5. So the furthest ahead is Connell with 3, and everybody else is at 2.
much. Yep.
Hey guys.
So, we're starting with William.
Yeah.
You are damning who this week, or recommend anything you want as well.
No, I guess my section I already have is my recommendations now.
Yeah, you can recommend something.
No, I mean, I
Outside
guess
of
like
video
my
games.
section, but would be
You can
Vampire the
recommend
Masquerade
outside of video
Bloodlines to everybody. But I have a damnation for Connell.
Yep.
This one is playing one of my favorite games of all time, and I got a fun little challenge for you. So
That way.
in Borderlands 2, I want you to
Oh,
get
no.
a character to OP level 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's doable.
So
Okay.
that means you must get them to level 80, and you must beat all OP10 runs at Digistruct Peak. You're not allowed to do any glitches to skip the peak.
Okay.
Yeah, there's your challenge. Have you ever done the Digistruct Peak before?
No.
Good luck.
It sounded very tame until you said this.
Wait. Define glitches.
So there are multiple ways to skip to the very end of the peak. And just
Okay, so I can't do skips, but I can do like grog nozzle shit.
Grog nozzle is not a glitch, it's a base mechanic.
No, but like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I thought that was fine.
The whole point of that weapon
I
is
did it too. Okay, that's fine.
So,
and you also can't do. There is like a glitch now recently. If you are looking up the glitches, there's like one where you like mega buff your character to be invincible. Can't do that one.
Okay, right. So that is okay. That's manageable. That's fine. Thank
that's for episode 10.
Yep.
You have to do it for.
you. Okay.
So, Jonathan, who are
Let's
you
go.
damning?
I am damning William.
Oh no.
And no, but I'm also very nice, and I don't even know your genre games anymore. You're all over the place. So
it's pretty specific. I just said it was roguelikes.
yeah, I tried to get you roguelike, some sort of visual novel, something like that. I was like, you know, I'm gonna stick with roguelikes.
That's fair.
I'm gonna ask you to complete, not 100% because I'm not a CS or a masochist.
Thank you.
I want you to complete a game of Mortal Sin
Mortals.
because it looks pretty good. It's on Steam. It's actually on sale right now, and it actually looks quite good.
As I'm the roguelike collector, I've already heard of it.
Yeah. Well, so I know you're working with. I know you're working on like the sort of same sort of game style. So it's like,
I think I sent this before in the recommendation for games.
yeah, but no.
I think if you look in game recommendations, I already recommended this game. So
then you will play the game you recommended.
William's referring to is on our Discord. We have a channel called Game Rec.
And I remember I saw this one. I was like, oh, this one looks sick. Well, John's just giving me an excuse to play it, I guess.
Yeah, and also just before I go into the section, it's not out yet on PS4, but I'm going to recommend this to Tristan because it should be coming out soon.
It does look so
Again?
fun.
Yeah, it's called Nova Drift.
Ooh, I like the name of it.
Yeah, if you look it up, it's on Steam, but the developers have said they're hoping to give a console release in the next few months. So just keep an eye out for it.
Nova Drift.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like somebody knows me.
I
didn't mean to say that. It's a roguelike shmup. Woo! Hot dog!
The perfect
I
combination
have
of
it.
me and Tristan.
Do you need a
Me and
minute?
Tristan's perfect combination.
Thank God I'm already sitting down because I am tenting. Anyway, yeah. Oh my God! Right, okay, right. That's a wee recommendation I might play. Overdrift. What a name! Makes me jealous. My shmup name. No, mine's pretty dope too. Yeah. So Connell, are you dominating anybody? Maybe not. Please don't.
Well, it's obviously you.
Over.
Because that's who I was assigned. Yeah, I think I'll damn you.
Yeah.
I damn you.
You don't have to. Fine.
I want to.
Guys, thanks for listening to another episode of.
But you talked about this, but this has happened before with me.
I damn you
Oh, yeah.
to beat Fatalis in Monster Hunter World.
I hate Monster Hunter.
Wait, what?
Sierra's
Can,
name is me,
can I
Tristan.
can I get some context? I actually don't know what this is about to
So-
do.
Can you get me-
Okay, Monster Hunter World has a baseline Elder Dragons. When the game comes out, they're the hardest faction of creatures. After they do support the game tremendously with a lot of free updates, they brought out the Behemoth from Final Fantasy actually as one of them, which was a really interesting fight. Fatalis is the be all end all of World, and it is a very interesting fight, very difficult fight.
Okay.
How long would it take
Can you
for him just to get to the fight?
Hold on, I will check this. If not, I will. If not, I have a backup.
Or some shit.
Okay,
No, I would not- that's my fault.
there.
I'm thinking 30 to.
Rolls down his eye.
If it's over 40 hours,
Because I feel like it's 30 hours to beat the game base. Never mind to get to this.
No, not beat the game base. It's not. Okay, no, not why we're so close to unite. Right,
How long was it? How long was it?
it's 60.
no way!
No!
Well, do you know what the
To
thing
be
is?
fair, this is coming back from me getting hit with like 5 games at once, and all of them were like 40. Like I was a combined total of like 270 hours.
Well, that's why we changed the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, no, I did. I thought it was less. That's my fault. Fine then. Platinum Crash Bandicoot 4.
You sick
that
motherfucker. Are you serious?
He was so
Are you
proud of
actually?
it.
Have you guys know this? Connell, what the?
Tristan's lost.
Right there, now, because I'm about to fucking quit my life.
Why don't you give him the choice, Connell?
Well, it was 60-hour grind. Do you want the grind or do you want that?
I will do Crash Bandicoot 4 under one condition.
What's that?
It's 100 hours the platinum.
Is
Get
it?
6 months.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
job,
looking
Connell.
like
Right.
91 hours.
Right, no,
29
now,
minutes.
here's the thing, right? You've already
I'll
got a
do it
back
if
burner. You've got a back burner down with me already
The actual backburning.
with MGS4.
Yeah, but I will do Crash Bandicoot.
If you're fine for, I didn't realize it was so long. I didn't realize that's fine. I can take the 6 months.
Right, that's the deal. We'll do that.
Okay, that's fine. Just so
I can't even play. I can't even play my PS3 at the moment. I lent my controller to Jamie. I'm not
Wait,
playing any
Crash
PS3 games.
Bandicoot 4? Isn't that
Four,
PS4?
four's PS4, Tristan.
No, I was saying sorry for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
right.
no worries. Okay, that's okay.
Remember we said that bet starts when I have a copy.
Yes,
I can't even play my
yes,
PS3 at the moment.
I don't. No, I don't mind that. I'm just saying, like, just so you, just in case you forgot, that was there as well.
Crash Bandicoot 4, I will play Crash
You got
Bandicoot 4,
6
but
months.
I will not have to do that until episode 15.
Big number.
Okay.
Big number.
So, Jonathan, honestly,
Okay.
if we find out that I was doing Monster Hunter World, I was going to take my anger at you.
Oh.
I completely. As soon as he said that, I was switched to what I was going to give you. Right. I was like, this motherfucker is playing the hardest game I can ever imagine.
Why am I
No,
the crossfire?
John.
I've been nothing!
You're like, yo, I have one bullet.
Gun at somebody doesn't know who.
I have like one bullet in my chamber, and Connell says, you can shoot anybody, but it's just you in the room.
Shoot him.
So
shoot
what
him
I'm
well.
going to give you is the nomination, and I'm going to give you 4 months for this, mainly because it includes me giving it to you. So I'm giving it a month. So episode 11.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm going to lend you the DVDs, so you don't have to buy it. Unless you want to buy it, it's up to you. I want you to watch all 3 seasons of the TV show Deadwood.
Oh, I've heard
Okay.
about it.
I can do that.
It is it's a masterpiece of a Western TV show.
I will look it up.
That's actually be the hardest challenge for John, watching a show.
Don't you
That's why I
dare.
give it to him.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to check to see if I can stream it anymore, just so you don't. I don't
really-
have to, like,
You
land
did load the bullet well.
that Crash 4 was just petty shit right there.
That's nice, but I was trying to
I was
think.
just pure
For
Tom
me,
Petty
it
crap.
takes about 30 hours, 35 hours to get to OP10. So,
How many
Yeah.
hours?
30 to 35.
No.
I said as long as it's below 40, so. But give it 3 month extension for Crash Bandicoot, and I'll do it.
I'm completely fine with that.
I have a recommendation for everybody.
Yay.
Okay.
I recommend everybody watch Alien Romulus.
I'm probably going to go with Cinema and watch it.
I do want to.
It is.
I will end up watching it.
It's the only
I will-
alien movie I haven't watched now, so.
I will go with you again because I am fucking love that movie. I can't stop thinking about it.
I've watched every other Alien movie, like from Alien 4. For me, I need a good Alien movie. I need something good, please.
Give me something. Let
Some-
me feel something.
You know, after you see Ripley play basketball and fall in love with an alien, it like doesn't get worse. It like you ruin everything.
What movie did I miss?
Alien 4 is
No,
so bad.
Helium
This
4?
this one is really good. This the whole like the acting's fantastic. The storyline's simple but really interesting.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really fantastic. So I recommend everybody play that.
All right.
But yeah, that is the end of recommendation domination. Quite a nasty one from Connell there, let's be honest.
Mine's it not?
And
I feel like mine's
Yeah.
nasty, but none of you know what it is you have to do to get there. So,
I do. I just have
Yeah.
never done it.
like, you have to do like
Oh.
pretty much, and the later ones you have to do raid bosses. So,
I know. That's fine.
this has been another episode of Dysfunctional Talks, episode 7.
I feel like you're missing.
We are
something.
on the way to Mount Olympus
I feel like you're missing
of
something.
episode.
Something you should have
The
done
email
last night
section?
and were warned about. And like,
Oh
told
yes,
in advance
so
about.
another thing,
Yeah.
which we realized I forgot during the last episode about emails. I realized that I forgot to do it again. I'm a busy man and I completely forgot. So I just have to it out of
You
the
only had
podcast.
somebody to remind you.
How about this? I will make a post, right?
Yeah.
Next episode for the next episode recording. And if more than 5 people email us, then I'll keep the section in.
I thought session like episode 1 you said even if you got 0 emails you'll still read out that name. She loved it so much.
I'll
Look
read
at-
out that name
Look
right.
at how the mighty have fallen.
No. Quandaries,
You think
quizzes,
it's a
and
big
quips, motherfucker.
Look at how you fallen. You're about
There
to
you
end the
go.
episode without it.
You know what? Honestly, I am sick of you.
Look how you've fallen.
I think what we've learned on this episode is that we love video games.
John loves
And
Life is
every-
Strange.
I was getting to it, you prick.
No. We're
No,
ending
I
it
think-
now.
I think what we can see is that opinions change, Jonathan. People evolve. Yeah? Your opinions change on different video games and different
It
genres.
changed
Different...
very drastically.
Yeah, it just changes over time. Everything changes with time. And, you know, that can be good or bad or whatever. But just remember to always laugh at yourself, have a bit of fun, and make sure you screenshot your friend's review of a 4-year-old game review before they can delete it.
Yep.
And then you can use it as a thumbnail.